Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not that our darkness that like most frightens us. So,
and then I see
the Batija had you tranquilized.
You know what I mean? It neutralized me still.
Threat neutralized.
That's like, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Everything was clear at that point. You look a little familiar. Yo, it's Frankie Payne. And then the pain had like an echo to it. Type, you know what I mean?
Pain.
Like, all I heard was pain, bro. All I heard was pain.
Or you were thinking about, I might be in pain soon.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, Drizzy, because you watch this, we rate you, and I know you might rate JC on or whatever, Chuck, but he's robbed multiple Toronto artists. And if you love Toronto, then go check your man and ask him why he got to take 5 racks off a Big Bad. Why he tried to take 30 or 60 racks off of the legend JB.
We love hip hop.
When you ever see me on roads, right?
Yeah.
Back in the days.
Yeah, I always see you on road though.
Right? Oh shit, take that. Let me put it full screen. Hold on, 1 second.
Oh, it's just me.
Are we live?
Jeez. Outside.
We live on Kick? Hey, what up, Kick?
Kicker.
Members. Okay, so when you used to see me on roads back in the days, after hours and all that,
yeah,
who was I with?
Yeah, or you by yourself.
Oh.
And I would roll up to you and hang with you and shit. But
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
And more times, if I wasn't with Gal, who am I with?
Yourself.
So all that stuff that we were talking about before,
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that because I was never affiliated. I'm not down with this gang or that gang. I'm me dots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
you
sure.
see me on the roads, I'm doing my hustle. I'm the independent guy. I'm not from here that people always like to use against me. So it's like, yeah, I'm me dots. And I got friends. It's not like I got no friends or anything like that. It's just that we don't, fam, there was a space of time I was so paranoid, like just doing my thing, or not paranoid, just cautious. That it's like, yo, I don't want to drive around in a car with like 2-3 black people.
No way.
That's a pullover.
Them time there.
No, even like if I was still hustling now, I wouldn't go
Never.
and say, yo, me and 2-3 other, like, not even just black people, like quote unquote urban looking people.
Guys.
Let's get in a car together. And then you might have the strap.
No way.
Fam, you're getting pulled over, fam. Even in these days and times where like we've come to a more, what do you call that?
Justice of understanding.
Yeah, like people are more
progressive.
more progressive, right? Where it's not like, oh, you know, I'm driving while black. Like that's not a thing as much anymore. But go try that fuck around and have you and your homies with the balaclava or the Nike Tech suits, and 4 of you guys are in a car together.
No, I feel like people still operate from those stereotypes, like whether it's conscious or unconsciously. Like even law enforcement, like they will still like prejudge a situation like that, even though technically they shouldn't and they can't.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's like just so ingrained in like I guess their job.
Yeah, so like at least 10 years ago, I was already like, yeah, when I'm driving, if it's not with a girl, I'm dolly. Not driving with the man them.
No,
Y'all
for
meet
sure,
me there.
for sure. I drive by myself all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want mans in my car. Enough time mans will try to come in my car and I'll be like, yo, whoa.
And they won't tell you if they have something on them, right?
They're not supposed to.
So
And I'm not really supposed to know neither.
are we?
Yeah, but if we get pulled over, and then I don't know that you got the ting on you, fam, we're fucked.
So are we concluding that in general, and especially for hustlers, like you should just move individually by yourself as
Yes.
opposed to in a group?
You know who you know. If you know enough people, and this is just me, okay? This is just how I move. I knew enough people in the streets that I can go dolly to a place.
Yeah.
And I'll just buck with the man them that I know over there. And there's certain hoods that I'm really good with. Like when I used to go to Phoenix back in the days.
Yeah.
I used to roll up to Phoenix dolly a lot of times. But I know that the bleaker mans were going to be in there and they're going to be holding on this one corner. So whatever, I just go and play that corner over there. My brethren are there.
Is that most people's experience? Like most men, you think they'll be able to move around dolo and like not get robbed, not get jumped, not get pressed, not get, oh, this is not your ends. Like, you think Max could just move around dolo out here, like willy-nilly?
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but I grew up with niggas like that, man. Like I'm a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll pull up by myself.
That's different though. You have like an ends that will like back you or like that you claim if anything happens. You guys are advocating for
No,
man.
I got some real ass trill ass niggas that will back me if anything, but not
That's
I'm
not by yourself, though. Is what my
No,
point is.
but I can roll up by myself.
And I guess
handle-
I'm kind of the same in the same situation if you count that, because like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up dolo, but it's not like I don't know people.
Yeah.
So like, how are you guys getting to like know these people if you're going everywhere by yourself?
That's why I went by myself. More times when you go with your stupid ass friends, they start some shit. You get him, you know how many places I've been with a nigga, you turn around and he's in a, all of a sudden he's fighting somebody?
No,
know what
I
I'm saying?
get that. I get
And
that.
that's not my type of atmosphere. Like, that's not my type of persona. So I go places and I'll shake the whole room's hand. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's how you meet new people, and then
Got to, bro.
with the people you shake hands, you decipher if you want to continue. Like,
They decipher if they want to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And not to say that I never rolled deep once upon a time. I used to, when I was younger, but over the years, I was like, you know what? No, I don't feel like doing that. And even it didn't even take me to get that much older. It's just like, even a lot of the people who I met me rolling up by myself.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like most of these YNs, if they go anywhere dolo, like
they get beat up.
yeah,
They're rushed and kicked around, of course.
You know what I mean?
Because they say some dumb, wild shit. I'll even beat them up. I've seen it. You know what I mean? I see young kids every day and they just do some wild shit.
Even
walking
if
through
they
my
don't,
parking lot.
like, okay, I went to West Hill, and like where West Hill was situated, like
Okay.
it was homeschool for Malvern niggas and G-Way niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So imagine just be like, oh, yo, you're from Vern? Bomb on site. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
and
Yeah, you
because
guys got-
West Hill was closer to G-Way,
Yeah.
like, it was a little like lopsided. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So
they
if you want to go for your school lunch at the
You're
McDo-
outnumbered.
type shit, you know. But funny enough, like I moved to G-Way from Malvern, you know. So like
Yeah.
I was. I'm not gonna say I was cool with both sides, but I was aware of
This
both
guy was a
sides.
diplomat. He's like the brand ambassador. Like,
No, man.
No type, but I seen man them getting folded and shit just because
sure.
like, oh, you're from Vern, but you go to
sure.
school here and like you came to the McDonald's to get a snack. You know, like, you couldn't afford the pizza or whatever.
So what are you saying that person, because of those experiences, he can never walk around by himself?
No, I'm just saying, like, sometimes even if you try to move like a certain way, like just because of what you're associated with, just because of who your family is, just because
Yeah.
of like where
Yeah.
you come from, like you can't really avoid certain things.
Certain things.
Yeah, I think my experience might even also be a little bit different because I also came here by myself. I didn't grow up with nobody over here. I'm not. Remember,
Facts.
I'm the Montreal guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Holding our Toronto flipping history down.
On my back.
None of y'all do it.
But like at the same time, I came here by myself and got to know all of the people who I know
Yeah.
and trust when I got here. So it's like,
So it'll be easier for you to move around. Like when I first moved to G-Way, like mans are trying to like jump
Press
me
you.
and all kinds of
Oh,
shit.
you were doing it. I
Yeah.
can see you as the runner.
Yo, no,
Like you had to run sometimes.
no, fortunately I didn't, but I would have had to because
Yeah.
there's one time where like I used to walk home with these guys that
That's
were
what I'm
from
saying.
G-Way.
Yeah.
You know, like we're all cool. But I remember one time they came up to me like, yo, Bones, you're gonna, my name used to be Bones.
Bonds.
Yo, Bones, you're gonna walk with us today? I'm like, yeah, I always do. Like, but in my mind, I'm thinking like why did they
ask me that?
like why did they make sure this time, you know? And then I had another bedroom who wanted to go to like STC that day. So we just ended up going to STC. And then my next bedroom, who was like, I guess cool with the G-Way mans, he was like, yo, it's a good thing you didn't walk with us, fam. They had mans waiting for you halfway. Like,
wow.
you know what I mean? So from there, I'm like, okay, I'm never ever walking with these niggas ever again, you know? And like, but I would have had to be a runner that time. I'm not
Yeah,
fighting
yeah,
20
yeah.
niggas
No, you're
in
not.
G-Way. and
Oh,
shit.
they would have been ripping your shirt, taking your bag,
Bro.
fucking your skinny ass up.
So
You know what I mean?
So
You know what I
basi-
mean? Me too.
so wait, are we, because you've moved around, but
Yeah.
you know people too. You move around by yourself, but fam, let's be honest, bro. You always have a cuz or somebody who's rolling with you.
Damn
like
right.
when
No.
we go out places, you're never dolly, brother.
Nah, because
Okay.
it's only because of the love I get from the people I've showed love back to, right?
Mhm.
So it's just a love thing.
Yeah, so that means you're not a solo guy. Because I rarely see you solo.
Damn right, but that's only because of just the way I kind of grew up.
Mm.
Like the things that my people them installed in us and my OGs installed in us to this day, right?
Mm.
My OGs right now are pushing almost 60. You know what I'm saying? And I still fuck with them on a Sunday. I'll go by the park and I'll hang with them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the things I'm installed by is like, yo, take care of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If I'm going in a store, certain man will look at the young two youths and be like, go follow Dusty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? Just go follow him. Go see what he's doing. My cousin will call me and be like, what are you doing for a day? Oh, where you going? All of a sudden, I'll just see them there.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy, bro.
That drives me. I don't
Just
want.
to always have to be around people all the time. Like, yo, I'm hanging with some of my peoples, or this person's that's holding me down to protect me. Like, I need some time to my fucking self.
Which I do, and when I do that, I'm in my crib.
Yeah,
I'm in my crib.
I see
You know?
both sides because like I'm a man that touches road dolo a lot.
Yeah.
Like especially like because certain events, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
man, I don't want to come out to and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to feel like I'm bothering people by saying, yo, come out today, you know. So like I'll just touch roads dolo. But then when I see man them like in their group and shit, and they're popping, but it seems like they're having like a grand old time. It's like, yo, these guys been together since kindergarten and shit. Man, them is hugging and crying and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, like,
champion bottles.
Natural just pulls out the tiniest spliff.
I like, no facts. Yo, I was with a shotty yesterday. His girls rolling cannons and shit. I'm like, yo, maybe I do roll tiny splits. Yo, like, I'm looking at her shit and I'm looking at my shit.
Yo, because you know what? You'll smoke. I'll see you smoke 3 of them right now.
No facts.
You pre-rolled about 3 right now, right?
That could have been one can.
That could have just been one big head.
No, that is true. Still.
I'm going easy. Put it out.
But for me, like, I'll smoke the whole big head one time, you know. But if I have the smaller spliffs,
yeah,
like it'll still get me the same amount of ripped. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Let's not get into spliff talk.
Okay,
Keep going with your story, dolo, whatever.
Oh, no, but that was it though. Sometimes when I'm dolo, like I do like feel like the grass is greener on the other side. But then when I go out with beer man them, like it's just a lot of commotion and chaos.
That's what I'm saying. When you go out with other people, you're like dependent on other people for your destiny. Like I think that's why I like going out by myself, because
what do you
like
mean?
you're operating as a unit, so like you can't really
like
do things that you would just want to do by yourself. Like you have to get almost the approval. Like everyone has to move on the same like.
I hear him, fam. Like if
hear
you're
you.
on a vacation and you're with a bunch of people, it's
never
like,
do that.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so are we going to this place? And oh no, I want to go here. And like and then by the time like man's done make a decision, like if I was Dolly, I would have already went like 3 places.
But that's the whole point. I can't wait for people.
I'm the same way.
I'm impatient like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm impatient. Like I can't wait for you, but like I know sometimes I'm late. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta have like, but that's because I'm doing my own thing. If I'm late, it's because I'm doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
I went on a group vacation to Barbados.
Yeah.
For like a month or whatever. This is in COVID.
Yeah.
So like it's like 2021, about to be 2022, I think.
Yeah.
No, I think it was 2021. Okay, regardless. When we got there, it was like right before like New Year's and Christmas and all that shit, you know? So I'm like, yo, we have to go out, da-da-da. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. Man's like, yo, we just got here, like, let's chill, da-da-da. So I ended up going out, just me and my bedroom. There was like a group of like 7 of us, you know? We went out that night. From the next day, because of the COVID, the whole island went on lockdown. So there's a curfew, 9 o'clock curfew. So it's like no more clubs, no more nightlife, none of that shit.
You got to experience like the last night
type shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, see what fuck going on? You guys don't want to do nothing, and then now you guys are trapped in the crib for the rest of the, you know.
Sometimes you got to move away from the pack and just do your own thing. You know. Okay, I do have one pre-topic here for us, and I thought that was a good conversation right there. Right? Uber creeps. Not Uber Eats, Uber creeps.
Okay.
There's a news story over here, courtesy of City News.
With a warning from an Ottawa.
One take, Jake, if you could pull this up. So the story goes here. I have not been able to sleep. Mom warns about alleged Uber Eats incident. Let's go.
We begin tonight with a warning from an Ottawa mother after an alleged incident involving an Uber Eats driver in Canada this month. She says the man returned to her home multiple times after a delivery to drop off bags filled with treats and money for her 12-year-old daughter. CTV's Katie Griffin is here with the details. Katie.
Well, Patricia, the mom, who we are not identifying, says the whole thing is unnerving. Police are now involved, and Uber says the driver no longer has access to its platform.
Thank you.
It was an unexpected discovery that has this mom on edge.
It's very unnerving. I have not been able to sleep.
Without her knowing, this woman's 12-year-old daughter ordered Uber Eats during a sleepover with a friend after midnight, August 3rd. She'd used her Mido card, a money app for kids to spend and learn how to budget, to open an account.
She ordered Wendy's Frosties, and the delivery driver came in, dropped it off, and then about an hour later, we got a somebody was knocking on the door and rang the doorbell, and they found that there was a brown paper bag that said her name was addressed to her and said, "From your secret admirer," and it had candy in it.
They didn't know who it was from, but installed security cameras the next night. Then almost 2 weeks later, on August 16th,
we found another package that was addressed to her, and inside had candy, a $20 bill, and a note that said, "To her name, from your secret admirer."
$20
on it. And we looked at the cameras and we saw that it was an older man.
You really trying to trick on this 12-year-old?
Her daughter identified him as the delivery driver and discovered the same white car had passed by their home in Canada multiple times in the overnight hours.
He asked for her number to verify it was her.
Those areas.
And she said, "Do you really need that?" And he said, "Well, you could either give me your number or you could give me the last 4 digits." And then he also told her and her friend that they looked very mature.
In a statement, an Uber spokesperson says this behavior is unacceptable and has no place on the Uber platform. We take reports like this extremely seriously, and as soon as it was reported, the delivery person's access to the app was removed. Ottawa police are investigating.
I think it's really important for parents to know and to talk to their kids so it doesn't happen to anybody else.
And she says her daughter didn't know about the leave it at the door option on the app and went to meet the driver. She's speaking out to raise awareness and encouraging parents to have conversations with their kids. Patricia?
Styles. My blood pressure is building. Styles. Yo,
That's an
fam.
easy answer. But you guys see the new, I don't want to say the client, what's the opposite of clientele? The new, I guess, vendors who are operating under Uber. I guess the contractees, like, I guess like the influx of immigrants, like influx of people who come from third world countries that are like doing jobs on these apps. I feel like they're bringing certain notions and certain things from their home country back over here.
Hold on, that was a white man.
That was a white guy.
So you're saying this guy was like influenced by the Punjabi influence?
Okay. I want to
Right away, you thought it was an Indian.
Yeah, my bad. I wasn't here for that.
Yeah,
It was a white man.
It was a white man in
man.
Canada.
Okay, but white men's are known for that shit, though.
Okay, certain type of crimes, they're known for.
Enough of the Skinners. The when I was in the pen and stuff like that. There was white. It was just bare white youths.
So like, what part of Canada was it?
Oh, it's close to Ottawa. It's close to Ottawa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like
No,
the Ottawa
my bad
region.
to the Indian man about this. So I put a crazy.
They're bringing notions.
You see what it is? I know, right there. I was hearing you say that. I was like, why? That's not a no.
What's his at?
No,
At
no.
natural way.
With them
No,
come
no,
these
no.
notions.
Oh man.
You know what?
That's
That was
amazing.
like, where are we going? But we
Oh,
knew where we were
man.
going. Wow.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't even know how to feel, fam. Like, I have so much anger, just like the way that like the guy just kept on going. Like, he gave the kid $20 and all type of thing, bro. Like, if this kid didn't have good parents, that kid might have got abducted, bro. Real shit.
Wouldn't even say abducted anymore. People are like kind of like, I think it's more sexually assaulted.
Well, it's abducted.
Bro.
They're gonna get abducted, and all of that stuff is gonna
Wouldn't
happen.
it be kidnapped?
Yeah, kidnapped.
That
for you,
abduction
yeah.
is
That's
kidnapping.
kidnapping.
No,
It's the
abduction
same
is
thing.
for adults, right?
No, but I'm saying like,
can you kidnap an adult?
No, you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
what?
You
Can't
can.
kid-
It's
no,
just
it's not kidnapping at that point.
It's abduction.
Yeah.
Because kidnapping is for youths.
Kidnapping?
Yeah. You
No,
Yes.
bro.
You
I've
can't-
seen mans get
Abducted.
Kidnapped?
no, that. But on also when they got the charge for doing it, it did come up like that.
Oh, even though it was
Really?
on an adult, even
On
though
an
they
adult,
they
yeah,
abducted an
kidnapping.
adult,
It's
but they
just a
got
term.
charged for
It's just a
kidnapping.
term, brothers.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like literal. It has to be youths.
I
Yeah.
thought it had to be
Me
kids.
too. If I'm a lawyer, I'm arguing that still.
Why do we call it kidnapping, Your Worship?
When he was an adult, when
But
he
like-
kidnapped the man.
That just can't be.
So like, what do you guys think his intentions were? Like, what do you think the plan was? Like,
No, his intention, he's a diddler.
Yeah.
no, like, what do you think the plan was? Like, okay, like, do you think it was like a slow burn? Like, I'm gonna keep dropping gifts, or you think it was like he wanted to grab it one
No,
time?
No,
Nah, I
no.
think he wanted to marry this girl.
girl. Yeah, like he's okay. Let me just show you something. He's crazy. Okay, but what it is that he probably doesn't have any children at all. Okay, and what's going on in that man's mind? He can't get an older woman.
No, when I'm saying slow burn,
No, he can't get an older woman.
You guys
So
think that
he's
he would
using what he would use on an older woman? Like that's what you would do
What,
to an older woman.
Maynard
Leave
and
her,
Rolo?
you would leave her flowers on her thing. You would be like, "Oh, I'm your secret admirer," right? If he was doing that to an older woman, yeah, it's creepy, but it's not as creepy, right?
Yeah.
So no, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it's
He's
like
stuck. He's
a
stuck.
long-term play where like, oh, I seen this girl, I'm gonna try to like woo her, I'm gonna leave her a gift here. Next week, I'm gonna leave her some flowers. Like,
I don't think so.
Or do you think it was
a
like,
long-term move?
No,
like, do you
he's
think-
stalking her. He's stalking.
but that's long-term though.
I think he might have hoped that the first thing that he gave her, like the
Would have got her.
would have got her to come out.
Okay, that's
that
what I'm
didn't
saying.
happen. Okay, so now let me send something else with some money, and then maybe that will lure her outside.
Type
And then
shit.
if she comes outside to come meet him, she's gone.
But she did.
For what purpose?
No,
though,
she came outside for the first time for the Uber, and then that's what started the chain reaction of stuff.
The second time the mom came.
Yeah,
it does
yeah.
seem like he was trying to groom her into
Oh,
what
grooming, yep.
exactly is questionable. Like it could be some trafficking kind of
I don't think so.
vibe.
No.
It could be like he wants to marry her eventually, or it could be
Personally-
he just wants to smash and like he wants to like have a girl that he can control. Maybe he's not in control of his own life.
What's that streamer? Wow.
Vitaly.
He does that stuff, right? A lot of times
What's
he said,
up?
What, catch a predator?
yeah, he catches predators.
Okay.
That's a predator thing, right? What
Yeah.
that man was doing. That's all traits of predatorial bullshit.
Yeah, he's on some EDP shit, man.
Yeah, bro. And I have daughters, right? And two of them now are old enough to take a Uber.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like, when I see that, I'm kind of like, come on, dude. You guys, I don't even want these girls in those Ubers now.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
I have a question. So, as a father, at what age did your daughters turn where you started to have concerns about potential dudes like talking to
One
them
of
and
them
stuff?
just called me right now. She's all the way in England. Shout out, Lay. Like,
But what age do you start to kind of
there is no
worry?
age.
Okay, where you're like,
There is no age.
it just starts from the beginning.
From the beginning, brother.
So it's not like when
They're
they
my
hit those
babies
puberty.
yo, bro, they're my babies until there's the right man that I can see and that is like a man that can take care of them, right? For
Mm.
me to sleep good at night. I have a daughter right now all the way in England. You think I'm sleeping well? I went down and wrapped it because well, like you can't, you know what I mean? Until they're secure in life, they'll forever be your babies. So there's never gonna be that open space where you're gonna see a man and be like, yeah, oh, you know what I mean? I agree with you or anything. I'm ready to always like kind of, you know.
What age do you start to become weary of like men potentially hitting on your daughters? Is it
By
like the girl-
11, like okay, I'm just
11.
being-
Okay, yeah. No, I'm because
No, I'm just telling you the truth. Like 11 is when they start shaping out. Like I'm just being real, fully start like
early
the
puberty.
other day, I turned, boom, my 11-year-old, you know, she's starting to grow something on her chest. I like to look at her mom and be like, when did she get those? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm in my head like, shit, niggas is looking. Then I got the other ones, you know what I mean? I got an older one, 23. You know what I mean? They're like, you can't, I can't explain it to you, brother. It's just
Yeah.
a real,
But you're saying 11 is when it's like
it's
okay.
11 because, and then some ladies, some girls, they kind of mature quickly at 8, 9.
Yo, why natural? Why are you trying not to laugh?
This just sounds like a crazy conversation. But it's because I'm not a parent, you know. I'm
You're
sure
not
all
a parent.
the parents out there are like, oh yeah, I agree with
They,
that.
they
You know
would
what I
understand
mean?
what I'm
But just
saying.
'cause I'm like,
Maturity,
Especially when you have
thing.
especially when you have girl daughters. You know what I'm saying? When you have girl daughters, men
yo, I
are,
never wish that upon myself. Although I do want it, just like me knowing my like how my head gets hot.
yeah.
Like,
Pause.
cause me, I want to be like level-headed and stuff. Where it's like, cause I want to be able to say, yo, when my daughter turns 16, I want to be mature enough to like let her go on a date, let the man come. Like, I want to be able to meet.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm mature
But-
enough.
But I know I'm not gonna be mature enough still. You know what I mean? Just the way I am. Like, no nigga's gonna be good enough for my youth. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
but let me
No
show you.
nigga's gonna be good enough.
My
for
bad.
Pull up.
That's a sound effect now.
That makes clear sense, but you won't even have that time. You'll be
It
too
goes by
busy.
fast,
You'll
yeah.
be too busy working. You won't even know when they do have a boyfriend.
Have you had the discussions with your daughter? Like,
All of them.
So you don't delegate those talks to the mother, like you're the one that kind of gives them the birds and the bees.
nah, because respectfully,
Moms are kind of different too.
and
the
what?
birds and the bees.
Yo, okay. Say your mom. Say the moms are just as fast.
Type-
Say the moms are promiscuous women.
And
they're
women don't
raising-
know how men think like
And
that.
then they
bro.
don't know. They don't know how men think, right? So like some women are okay with their younger daughter being with a older man.
You're not?
There are.
No, are you not fine with that?
Well,
How much older?
Okay, you got to remember, like, okay, one of my daughters, 22, right? Her last boyfriend was like, I don't know, 26.
That's calm though. I mean,
That's
like
regular.
They're still in the same 20s.
Well, but
Same
a-
era.
A 35 pull
with
up.
a 20. What? 35?
Like a
Oh,
YG.
The way I'm pulling him up and being like, yeah, man, come in. You know what I'm saying?
But what if? But that sounds
Then
like
what?
that sounds like you're threatening him.
I'm not threatening him. I'm gonna let him know, like, yo, bro, I'll smoke you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With some right and some fucking left.
Okay. What about that?
I'm not threatening him. I'm just letting him know I'm a smoke you.
Right?
Okay. One more scenario.
Yeah.
Let's say there's like the 26-year-old guy,
Yeah.
but like he's broke. He's still figuring out himself in life. He doesn't really, like maybe he's still dealing with his school thing.
Yeah.
And then like there's a 35-year-old man. Like he has his career, everything's set. Like he's more of like a presentable man, but it's because like he's had more time to develop himself.
Yeah.
You know what? See, now she's an adult.
Mm.
She's an adult, and I can't choose who she loves,
That's real.
right? Or else I would be a hypocrite.
Ooh, I have another question, but I feel like we're just talking about Dusty and his,
no
and his
facts.
fatherhood. But like,
Yeah, because I'm the only one.
do you have like, okay, because like, not to air too much out, but like your kids are mixed.
Yeah.
So like, do you have like a racial preference for them to be with?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, well, they're gonna get like, especially now that I'm not in the home, they're being raised by white people.
So you think they're gonna end up with white dudes?
No.
Okay.
No.
But what if
That's
a white?
that's wishful
their,
thinking.
their mother is gonna forever love black cock. So it's like if they're gonna see a flipping.
Okay, we're getting too personal here.
personal now.
So you
Okay.
think so it's gonna be all black?
They see me. They know their father is black, right? And you know what? I don't know because I have a sister that's half, right? I have a younger sister that's half, and she seems to like Spanish men. She probably see your ass and like you. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. Like there's and I'm not totally racist, right? So if my daughters were not totally racist.
I like the way you said that.
I'm not totally racist. So like my oldest daughter, she likes white guys and she likes coolie men. But her last boyfriend was a coolie youth. You know what I mean? Guy needs coolie youth. So I'm not too privy. Like I'm not.
You're not
gonna,
like judgmental about
yeah, because
that.
they see me with white girls. They see me with girls. My daughters have seen me with different women, right? They know I ain't biased. So it's like, why would I be? Oh, don't bring that white boy home. That white boy might treat her better than that nigga, or don't bring that Asian boy home. Why would I say that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that might be the man that might love you better than me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like
I
as a
feel you.
black man, like who I am. Black men don't always love the right way, right?
But don't you ever have
That's
like a
crazy.
concern that like don't you have a concern that like your lineage would eventually get like whitewashed or like the black would filter
See,
out?
that's something only white people worried about.
I thought black people worried about.
Nah,
it.
that's what
Never.
Umar be saying and shit.
Yeah, you know
Dr.
what?
Umar's scared because he just has never messed with a white woman before, and if he has, he's putting that like under the covers. You know what I'm saying?
He fucking white girls.
He'd be
Nah,
messing.
is that I believe him still.
Listen to this. Listen to this. White people made the rule up them damn self. Okay, one drop, the one drop rule it will never be abolished. So my kids know they're black. They get pulled over by the police. They go to school. They're on their birth certificate. It says black.
But like, if 3 generations of like white just pull up, you know what I mean? It's not. Is it still black?
The one drop rule doesn't apply anymore. I feel like because you know what was crazy that like different colonies, like not colonies, different empires, they would send people to go to like Brazil and these places and tell these white dudes to like mix with like the black women or like the mixed women and kind of like whiten the race. So then like in a couple generations, everyone's kind of be this like
no.
like 1/8. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they thought it would have been like that, but it just didn't happen like that, right? That's like impossible because like how could a white woman could push out a black baby, but a black woman could push out a white baby. You kind of see what I'm saying? And a black baby.
Yeah.
And a black baby, right? But like
But a white woman could push out a half black baby
half
and
black baby, but a black woman could push out a full white baby.
yeah, that's true.
Get what I'm trying to say?
Huh?
It won't be genetically full white, but it will look like blonde, blue eyes, white.
Yeah, like albino.
Albino.
Yeah.
Or something, right?
Or even just like even like
Or
a
super light
one
skin.
take Jake. Like I've seen like light skins that look like one take Jake,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like
that's
completely white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give it a couple generations though.
Yeah.
But to push it further, you brought up the
Features,
predator,
though.
the predator catchers and stuff. That's why I also want to like, I guess, take back what I said earlier, because most of the mans that be getting caught on the predator shows, it's not immigrants and shit. It's like
always white youth.
It's
White
like
youth.
homegrown. You know what I mean? Like
Texas bread.
type shit. Like
Yeah.
so like. I guess
that's what the guy looked like.
Yeah.
You walked away for a second. He looked like a Reddit mod, like
Yeah.
greasy hair.
So I guess it actually makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It
He
was
had
in
shorts
Canada.
on and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
shorts, just dirty.
What I will say is that like I feel like is so rampant that
Why
like
you have to use the word, but
that's
keep
a
going.
real word. That's a scientific word, you know?
Yeah, but
like
YouTube
I feel like
hates
it's just like okay, pedophilia.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's present in like every culture, like every country, like whether it's white, Asian, brown, black, like there are like the segment of the population that are PDFs.
So do you think? Are you saying it's human nature?
I think it's like fringe, but it's like, you know how like there's like 100%, maybe like a 1 or 2% will like deviate from like regular heterosexuality to pedophilia or homosexuality or other like sexual orientations.
Yeah. There's like there's always going to be a percentage of deviance.
Yeah, you know, what I'm
you're
saying?
not going to have a whole population or a whole culture where everybody is just
Agrees
like
with
one
it.
thing.
one thing. They're all cool. Nobody does anything wild. Like there's always going to be
like,
a percentage.
How do we decide what deviants are okay and what deviants are not?
The Bible.
I think based on whatever.
No,
well,
seriously,
that's
the
what
Bible
has determined it for
the Bible.
most.
No, it's facts, but people are not going by the Bible these days.
Yeah,
That's their problem.
let's have solutions that are not like esoteric, like stuff that we can like just say, you know what? Yeah, somebody at home say, you know, I could do that right now.
Well, I think
What do you
think
mean?
on a local level,
Because
it's
not
still-
everybody's gonna run to the Bible. There's some people who are watching who are Muslims.
No, but they have the Torah. They have their Quran.
Yeah.
Now hold on though. I don't want to sound like DJ Natural. Remember what you just said, right? About those people, right? But don't they say in the Muslim, the man them can kind of have a girl that's younger and
this reminds me of my Tochi conversation.
As soon as
We're not
the
gonna go
period is
there.
at the end
We're
of the
not going there.
sentence.
No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Because
not wrong.
it's gonna start a religious conversation here, man.
Okay, to
Not
get
really. I
okay,
just
to get
asked
away
a
from
question.
to get away from the religion,
Yeah.
Please.
is it more of a I'm gonna sound crazy. Don't clip me, please don't clip me.
They're gonna
But
clip you.
Is it more of like a modern thing for like, because legally they say 18 or whatever, but like when you look at like Viking shows, okay, when you watch like Game of Thrones and shit,
I know what you're trying to say.
man them be like, oh, as soon as Shorty breaks blood, she's ready for marriage and shit. Man them be, oh, I'll give you this land for your 2 daughters and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so is it more of like a modern thing where man's is like, nah, you gotta wait? And I'm not advocating for nothing. I'm just like having
Asking a question.
I agree. I think it is a modern thing. I think most of human history normalized what you were talking about just now, you know? So it is a modern thing. And even if you look at, it's not even that long ago, because even when you look at the state laws in some states, you can get married at like you can marry like a 14-year-old, 13-year-old in certain states. And that's like within the last 200 years. So if we're going back thousands, like we'd be ignorant to say like there wasn't several instances of what we would deem pedophilia today.
Yeah. And now they're trying to make it, they're trying to change things, right? And make it like a mental contingent.
MAPS. Minor attracted person.
Minor attracted person, yes.
That is a real acronym that has real, I guess, backing.
So it's like they won't get jail time anymore. They will get like treatment and
it's like psychiatric evaluation. We're gonna call you instead of putting you in a situation where the man them can freaking shiv you when the freaking guard is not looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Put them in a jail where like hopefully they don't make it home. That's just me.
Well, they say that like your sexual kinks often reflect like your trauma. So I feel like a lot of instances where people are into that lifestyle, there's usually been some sort of like historical trauma that maybe has to do with like either childhood or a lack of control or some sort of like juvenile psychology.
They said that about Kels.
Yeah.
Remember that was one of his defenses that they were trying to use when he was going through his trial. That like
he was abused when he was young.
He was abused. You know what I'm saying?
Well, S-aid?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like his uncle or something like that.
That's gonna probably affect you, right?
definitely.
Like, so
So they were trying to use that as a defense. Like, nah, fam, this is the reason why some of these things you guys think might have happened, could have happened, type of thing. But it was like, fam, does it still give it an excuse for it to happen or the cycle to continue?
No.
I feel like it affects everybody differently. Like you could go, you could either like fully go into it, like recreate what you're seeing, or you could fully dissociate from it.
Yeah.
You know, because like growing up, like
What?
I'm not gonna say in my household, but like I seen like a lot of like DV and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like me, like if I get into an altercation with women, like I automatically like I'm not gonna say I get PTSD, but I get like trauma and I have to like leave the situation.
It's almost like your instincts develop for that environment that you witness. So it's almost like your instincts are being triggered because like there's a similar cue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now but the thing is, instead of going through the cycle, you're just like, yo, I'm gonna just walk away.
Run. Exactly. I have to like
gotta run from it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. No, fam, I rate it. Okay.
Oh
no. You got one more
So
thing.
what about like is it different for when like women do it to younger boys or like?
I feel it's the same, but keep going.
Yeah, I just asked.
I think there's less of a stigma for sure. Like it's like, oh, you were a young dude and you smashed a cougar like at 14, like you're a guy, and like maybe they don't even realize at the time that it was SA or whatever. But
and that's the problem because like we like romanticize it as kids. Like, fam, when I was in school and like there's certain teachers, like if that teacher was to come on to me, I would be helpless, fam. You know what I'm saying? Does it make it right? It would probably send me into a life of deviancy in the future. And I didn't realize it's because my teacher, you know, was technically touching me when I was a kid, but I thought I was smashing her down. I'm smashing the teacher. Like, well, you're not supposed to, fam.
I lost my views to an older thing, and like I thought it was a guy, you know, but like you could paint in a way where it's like, wait, nah, like she took advantage of you. Type,
yeah. And it might. Like it sounds very therapeutic session, like a therapy session going on now, but it might be like the reason why you have certain actions with women now.
I was gonna say, do you feel like that caused like hypersexuality, like losing it to a ting who's like experienced? So it's like that's your first experiences with like.
No, I do see that. You know what I mean? Because like, I feel like I wasn't fully in control, I guess, of that, you know, and like that's like losing your virginity. That's like something that's very sacred and special,
very vulnerable,
you know?
yeah.
So that is something that you should be in control of, you know. So the fact that I guess I wasn't in the driver's seat for that, like, you know, she, I guess, like taught me through the motions, you know, like even now, I guess with my relationship with women is like the dynamics of control is very like at the forefront, you know,
because of that initial experience,
possibly,
maybe subconsciously, yeah.
Wow.
So we unpack some shit today. I like it. I like it, really man. And let's get into hip hop, man.
Fuck, I already went to therapy this week. I was like, dude.
You know what I like about this track before I get to the bubble backs and all that? He got back to the name calling. You know what I'm saying? He named Quavo. I got Drake with the Drakes. I'm sexy like Red. I'm like, all right, we got that old game where like the 16 bars has about 30 names in the bars, you know what I'm saying?
Rare references.
Yeah, man.
Sexy
man.
like Red.
Yeah, bro, I fuck with it, man. I fuck with it. I need the name dropping game, you know what I'm saying?
I love game, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know about that, but we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But let's get into it, man. We are Bach is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Mumble Mouth Rick, aka Executive Rick, aka multiple AKAs. We back over here. We love hip hop studios, episode 712. We got the full cast in the building, starting with the Turkish Thrill. You might see him on your social media screens making thoughtful posts. You might see him.
No, that's accurate though. That's accurate.
It was a thoughtful post. It was a thoughtful post, brother.
I like that.
You might see him at the Scrippy, regulating them wheels of steel. All right, I got you, brother. I got you.
At the Scrippy, regulating the tippies.
Get me out of this intro.
You might see him at your wedding, also taking your request. We got our political expert himself. DJs are in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. DJs are, aka Burrow Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Cheeseburger, aka Coffee Poppy, aka the Ruiner, aka Zarly Kirk. I'm forgetting my names, bro. Aka Lieutenant George, aka Dapper Dan, aka Czar, the Breaker of Hearts.
You look like a cop to the essay right now.
I do, right? If I
Cholo.
Hey, Holmes, Holmes.
Okay, Vato.
Vato, there we go.
Buenas tardes por todos.
El loco.
Oh, man.
Yes, but yeah, back at it like a crack addict. The Fantastic Four.
Let's go, man.
What's up?
You know when you said get out of the intro, bro? I felt like we were on the highway. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get off of the exit right now. First exit. Let me hit those air horns for you there, brother. Listen, welcome back, brother. Welcome back, man.
Sir.
And yo, thoughtful post. Very thoughtful
Thank
post.
you.
Okay, and sitting next to Blueberry Terry, you might see him. Don't leave him
Thanks for
hanging.
remembering me.
Don't leave him hanging. You might see him on the roads regulating, you know what I'm saying? You might see him over here on the We Love Hip Hop podcast, giving some of the hottest takes. You might see him drip down in some of the craziest local fashions, you know what I'm saying? Supporting the local, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got hip hop renaissance himself. Now, I'm all over the place today. Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building. Let's go. Scary Potter.
Scary Potter. Trap. What's up?
Good. I'm
My black
good.
uncle.
Yeah, pretty much. Gotta be saving your ass all the time.
Uncle Dusty.
Dusty.
Well, welcome back.
What's
Welcome
up,
back.
guys? How are you?
We're good. We good.
Good.
In full form. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And sitting next to the Scary Potter, you might see him on your social media screens testing your dancehall or roots reggae knowledge. You might see him on a variety of flyers, booked and busy in this motherfucker. You might see him out on the town with a shotty, keeping it low, you know what I'm saying? Low key and shit, you know what I'm saying? We got content creator and DJ extraordinaire himself, DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Mad. Outside in the goddamn outside.
DJ
Malvern's
Natural.
outside.
DJ Natural, aka Tommy Hilfiger.
Tommy, real nigga.
And you gotta be careful with all that.
No,
now.
honestly.
There's gonna be a bunch of other people like, but what about us, fam? You used to live in our areas too.
Oh no, you're right. Yo, I actually
you.
seen someone at my I was DJing an event yesterday, and someone held me. Well, a few people held me up from the pod. It's like, oh, Malvern legend. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Right?
I rock with that.
Yo, the pod hail-ups have been immaculate, bro. I will go like 6 days without getting noticed. And then one day, I was chilling with my friend. We're in the whip. Someone like, I'm doing something funny and they seen me do it. And I look, he's like, wait, you're the guy on the podcast. Aura Boost. I'm at Eglinton Town Center. And next man, yo, blah, 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 Czar. Aura Boost. You know what I'm saying? I love anyone who pulls up and says what up to us, bro.
Yeah,
especially
man.
when we're with Shotzi.
Yeah. That's the best time. That's
the
ask for a
best
pic.
That might be the only time.
no, that's when
Yeah.
listen, the chat, okay? If you see this and you see one of the man them walking with a shotty, you might not even want the pic. You're like, I don't give a fuck about a pic. Ask for the pic just so that you guys can help the team. You know how you're like donate to help the team? That's your donation right there, yo. Let me get that pic. Then you could know that the man them scored that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I will pay for a couple people's memberships if they do this in real life, okay? Just send me your YouTube, take the picture. I have to see the Shotzi in the background, and we'll make it happen.
No,
This guy's gonna end up in a problem. He's gonna be like, bro, I have like 50 subscriptions I have to do today.
No, Friday was saying the guy will tell you, oh, yo, you're from the pod. Let's take a pic together.
That's what I'm saying.
But you want the shorty in the pic as well?
Well, we need proof that he approached while there was a shorty there.
Nah, but
But you're already
Because
gonna
it
know.
could just be a fan pick and you're just on your ones. But we're emphasizing while I'm with a Shotzi.
see, this is why I have to always be Uncle Dusty to him. When man, no, hold it down.
Maybe not
You
in the
can't have
background.
the shorty in
That's
the
what I'm saying,
fucking
Not in the
picture,
background. The
brother.
shorty has to take the picture.
She has to take the
Yeah.
pic.
Picture.
That's
And because we're already there, we're gonna know
We're
of the
gonna know.
interaction.
We're
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get
That's
back
true.
on the pod. You can be like, yo, so-and-so, I seen you on road. Scored.
Respect.
membership. Two-step verification, though. We have to verify with you and Amanda.
Facts.
And mans can't get up on here lying on their dick neither. Be like, yo,
Ooh.
scored, and you never fucked the bitch. and shit.
Yeah, you can't be like scored.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you
Make
did-
sure you scored.
Yeah, make sure you scored.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, score.
Okay.
But welcome back, gentlemen. Welcome back. Before we get into anything, let me just give a quick salute to the sponsors. Do some housekeeping here. Starting with Exotic Hot Pot, from high-grade strain to authentic grab and all the rolling essentials. Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery of some of that Exotic Hot Pot here in the GTA, hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Exotic Hot Pot, or go to their website, exotichotpot.ca. Use the let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you, and they'll definitely give you a discount. And big salute to all our kickers out there. Kickers. Kick. All right. We got a nice crowd over here. There's like 11 people in here for the premiere, but you guys get to see the premieres of the podcast every Sunday and on Wednesday nights. And I watched the brand risk event yesterday. The event was like 3 hours long. Had a stream party. There was like sometimes up to like 600 people in the live watching.
Wow,
that's a big up, bro.
That's crazy. On Kick?
Yeah, on Kick.
Oh, Kick is booming.
Yeah, because that's the thing. And I'm not, well, kind of is, but like, I'm not here to, yeah, this is an ad for Kick. Fuck, what am I talking about? Yo, fam, I can just stream the whole event and I'm not going to worry about a copyright.
Yeah.
That's smart. It's smart that they do that.
Yeah, fam. That's why it's like, yo, like YouTube is cool. And I went on YouTube after, and listen, salute to YouTube, but I went on YouTube after when I was done all of the copyright shit. You know what I'm saying? Even a fight, you can't show a fight on YouTube, fam. Even if it's boxing, you'll get a yellow dollar sign. Remember all of those times before when you were saying, yo, we should react to the Mayu when he got slapped. I loved reacting to that. That was great. Yellow dollar sign. Same thing with Lil Bandcamp. Reacted to that, yellow dollar sign. If that was Kick, you're still gonna be able to get, be able to watch that no problem. Right? So
shout out Kick.
Yeah, shout out Kick for the creators and for the viewing audience. We could freaking jam out to a whole concert on Kick. You know what I'm saying? So kick.com/welovehiphop. Follow up now or send some subscriptions, yo. Gentlemen, how y'all weeks been? How's, weekend? Talk to me.
Good. I am trying to stay out of trouble. I am trying to get my life in order, honestly. That's what my week's been like. I've just been grinding and trying to manage my life.
Let's stay right there with you, Czar. Let's stay right there with you. One take Drake.
Based on a true story.
Where's this post here? Is
on
it
my reels? Reels.
Is it in your reels?
Yeah, got to keep the grid clean.
I see what you're doing over here. I was like,
oh, it's not doing bad.
Let me look at this post here, and I was like, trying to get my life together, but but I got to start with the date and the.
For some reason, I always got to start with the date. Do you guys do that?
Yeah, of course.
Do you guys still write with pen and pad often?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I write my music with it.
I actually prefer writing by hand than typing for some reason.
Yeah.
But it just takes longer, you know?
Fuck all that, man. What are you going through, fam? You're like making posts about it. And you're like, I'm in deep thought. I'm trying to put my life together.
Okay, without saying too much.
Yeah, without getting like super, super personal.
Without saying too much, I feel like a lot of the issues that I have in my life stem from almost this like Peter Pan kind of eternal boy complex, where I feel like a lot of things that require like accountability or commitment, things that adults do, I prefer to like enjoy this like childish sort of way of living where it's like limitless, but it's also like non-committal and like you're free, but you're not committed to anything. So
Could you give
all over the place?
One example of that?
Career.
So like you're
relationships, career.
So you're saying like you could like lock in on like an adult career, but you would rather.
I feel like based on what Carl Jung says, and I kind of believe it, is that like the reason why some men stay in this like eternal boy phase is because growing up and becoming a man requires you to like let go of this like limitless possibility thing and focus on one thing, which is like limited, concrete. It's uncomfortable. It's gonna be boring, but that's like adulthood. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like with like the child mindset, it's more like having fun all the time, doing whatever you want, like a plethora of experiences. It's an immature thing. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I feel like it does start with like habits, like doing things that are like responsible habits, like taking care of yourself, and then just like kind of doing the boring stuff that you have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
the laps.
The things that like it's not like sexy or fun. It's like the uncomfortable. It's like, you know, when you grow your hair and it's like the uncomfortable growth period. I mean, I can't really speak on that right now, but like I can speak on it with a beard.
What do you, just for a career wise, you don't have to speak about anything else. Like, what do you think you would have to do that's like, I guess, boring or mundane that like you're not currently doing?
Just like the little work, like the work that like, you know, man's like, okay, like Dusty, for example, like you own a business.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, that is like your purpose, and like you embody that every day.
Yeah.
You're probably constantly dealing with it, constantly thinking about it, doing the little stuff that no one sees, the administrative stuff, making sure the back end is in order, making sure you have your marketing materials, like things that like you don't really see on the surface, but are required to build that foundation. But it's like boring stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I have to do it, and it's just like, I don't know. There's you guys seen Coach Carter?
Yeah, of course.
Remember that quote where the man's like, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not that our darkness that like most frightens us. So like, I find that sometimes when I get close to where I want to go, I self-sabotage to like familiar stuff. And then like, it's almost like I'm afraid of taking that next step because like I'm gonna have to let go of like this like
Peter Pan.
previous. Yeah, exactly.
No, but you have something that a lot of people have. You're afraid of success.
It's weird though. Why would I be? I want success.
No, but a lot of people, they think that they want it and they want it, but like that thing to get there, like just like, you know, when you're there, like you know, it's like you have a self-doubt in a way.
Yeah, I just feel like your brain will sometimes work against you or your body. So it's like when it sees this like new stimuli and you're getting to where like you could reach your full potential, it's like, nah, like you're this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go back to doing this. Like, this is more like familiar.
It's
this
is
the unknown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the imposter syndrome that you start having.
So I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah, you just gotta push through. I feel you're gonna say something about that.
I feel like you kind of answered my question, but it's so mad. Like, what do you think you need to do? Like,
I know what I need to do.
He wants to probe more.
He wants me to like reveal my grand scheme.
Okay, because like I noticed you posted, like you haven't been posting much, so like, you think maybe posting more consistently. 100%. Like I'm not saying like reveal your whole life plan, but like
no, but that's part of it is getting back to like what got me to the dance, which was posting and making YouTube videos, and like I guess I was just in like some like whirlwind over the last like couple months. I don't know. Like,
fam, you made some goated content over the years, bro. I gotta tell you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like some of your interviews, fam. No, like real shit.
I had some good videos. That's what. It's kind of like, what have you done for me lately? So like, I just got to be consistent. I got to like just like stop feeling bad for myself and be like, oh, I'm gonna just do it, even if it doesn't get views. Like, just put it out. It's just about doing those laps.
You don't overthink it. Maybe if this is what you do. Just do it, bro. You know what I'm saying, brother?
No, that's facts. What else are you gonna do,
bro? You know what I mean? No one's gonna hand it to you. The only way you're gonna get it is you snatch that shit out the fucking air, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta run through it.
You see it, you gotta run through it, bro. You know what I mean? Go get it, bro.
And I'm happy I'm surrounded by you guys because I see you with We Love Hip Hop, you with your business, you with the content. So it's like it keeps me in check where it's like, yo, you just got to do it, bro. Even if it's like annoying some days. Sometimes you'll be like, I didn't want to stream today, but Kai's not streaming for 24 hours. Like, what am I doing? And I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he's already a millionaire.
Yeah. Exactly.
I always look at the people who've already made it, who go hard in the paint.
Facts.
They'll call me like a Drake Glazer, but this motherfucker is always trying to put himself on the timeline in some kind of way. Like, if you look at it from like a perspective of like, bro, like your goals attained, you'd be like, bro, you already made it. Chill. Nah, fam. I still need to be. Foot on the gas. I made it, but for me to, like, I made it to the top. For me to stay on top, this is why I gotta bark for the goth girl. I gotta do all this thing because I need to stay on top.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. This is my goal: is to stay on top for this amount of time. So the man's posting like as if he's some guy who's just starting up his rap career, bro. Like Drake posts a lot.
Yeah, bro.
You know, so I look at him as an example. I look at who's the person that you just mentioned before?
Kai Cenat.
Mm-hmm. He's a fucking millionaire, and he's still desktop streaming for like hours on end before he does some huge event like freaking Streamer University. But then they still have time to get back to the desktop. Like, them mans are dedicated to their grind, bro.
Now, the way how I see it is like, people want to live, like they want to be in the top 10%, but they don't want to outwork 90% of niggas. But like,
respectfully, people even say like, "Oh, I want to make $100,000," which is like very attainable, but they don't think to. But they don't want to outwork 90% of the niggas. You know what I mean? Like, so to get to the 10%, you have to. Like, that's what you have to do.
You see what you just said about outworking other people. The minute you put yourself in competition, you just lost.
Nah, bro, you have to know the field, bro.
The minute you put yourself in competition, you lose.
I haven't lost. Bro.
The moment you just focus on your own self-worth, your worth becomes higher, I believe. Like if you're gonna match yourself up to somebody, like I'm not saying you're not supposed to look at people who are doing crazy, like good stuff, right? I'm saying when you put yourself in like a competition.
But what about what I just said? Say that like I'm comparing myself to others.
Well, it was just the ending of what you said, right? Just made me kind of.
No, I'm just saying like people want to be in the top 10%, but they don't want to outwork the field in the sense of like they're complacent, they're lazy. I'm saying like if you want to be in the top 10%, there's a lot of people
that go harder.
You know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Hard. Yeah, I get that.
Like if everybody else I don't know, because like I feel like in my own way I move, if I see that the game moves at like 80% all the time in the way that they fucking, put out their energy into whatever their projects are, I'm going to go at 120% because I want to make sure that whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be able to be like irreplaceable. I'm getting there faster. I'm outworking everybody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to content, I've always been telling people clip, but they don't want to clip because they have to go depend on somebody else to go do it. I spend my day making segments of YouTube things to upload and then making the thumbnails and whatever, because it's like, bro, it's not because I'm trying to outwork everybody else. I'm looking at somebody who's outworking me.
Type shit.
Yes.
I'm looking at like
type shit.
Like no Diddy, but Diddy. When I watched that freaking MTV Cribs or whatever the MTV special that they had on him, and he was on the treadmill and he was taking calls and he was doing all these things, I'm like, I'm not working as hard as him. And he's 100 times richer than me. What the fuck is my problem? No, I got to work harder. Right? So with the field, I'm looking at, I don't know what maybe your analogy is.
I agree with what you're saying.
But when I'm looking at the field, I'm like the 10% that I'm even trying to be in, I have to work as hard as them because those guys are like, they're in the 10% and they're working stupid hard, fam.
So, but you're not competing. It's like you're not competing. You're actually just trying to be there.
It's like, awareness. You have to know.
I think the only thing we compete with is like who you were yesterday, like
type shit.
Improving. You know, like I think I know what you mean too, where it's like just compete with yourself. Don't even look at next man. But like
me, like okay, when like
because anybody that's been looking at like if the minute if I was a potter in Toronto and I start looking at We Love Hip Hop, I'm competing with you guys. And how many have tried to compete and what are they doing? Kind of nothing.
No. Good point. Before you go natural, because a lot of people, when they started their pod with the notion, I'm going to do better than freaking We Love Hip Hop. And I'm like, fam, why are you looking at the local, right? So the thing is, the competition, like, you're right. Yeah. But these guys are just not thinking big enough. Right? You're looking at the local guy who has a pod, who you don't even know how much money am I actually making or not. Right?
Yeah.
When you should be like, yo, I want my podcast to be as big as Charlamagne and them shit.
Yeah, you're competing with them. You don't compete with the guy who's beside you. The guy who's beside you is just on the same level. You got to get there before him, and then he got to follow.
But he's
competing with you.
I never even said that.
No, I'm not saying that you say that. I'm not saying that you say that. But in that pursuit of getting to a Howard Stern level, if you get like just a few levels below, you're already beating everybody else in your field.
Thank you.
Because you've reached for the top, fam. You ever hear that expression, reach for the clouds or reach for the stars. Reach for the stars, and at least if you miss, you fall into the clouds.
Yeah.
Right? So like that's basically the analogy. Yeah. But this is the therapy episode.
And I feel like our audience does enjoy when we dive into these topics.
Of course.
Because like everyone is going through something and like everyone has their own like psychology.
Seeing our audience is dead, all these guys is going through shit, bro. Freaking like, nah, bro, we up. We love hip hop. Audience, we up. W's in the chat.
No. But they're mature.
No. They are going through things.
Yes. And you know, it's good that we have these conversations here. You know what I should do? Clip these more often. Because it kind of takes away from that narrative of we're the evil podcast that just perpetuates death and violence.
Yeah, I know.
Like, fam, we be getting into some serious combos over here.
That's to show you some people don't watch the thing.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I mean? So
Basically.
they just want to comment.
But thank you, DJ Czar. Dusty, because we're running on time. What's your week like?
Just
Give us a
hanging out,
condensed.
doing my thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Can't remember right now, but there was a lot going on.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
as usual, something. I was hanging out with somebody. Seen a video getting shoot. Two videos last night getting shot by some rappers. I won't say their name because I don't want to disclose where I was. But yeah, man, there's some hot music coming out in the city. I was around. I was hanging out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta tell
Very
us
mysterious.
BTS who some of these. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. I got you. You gotta tell us BTS who some of those rappers are, man. I'm actually interested to know.
Oh, I will.
DJ Nacho.
I had an active week that I can't actually tell you guys about. Knemisis, he dropped his movies.
Oh, you went to it?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, because he dropped 3 short films at the
Yes.
Fox Theater. Dem Dog was in one of them. So and a man like Joseph actually wrote the script. I didn't know that.
Wow.
So I pulled up with them. You know, it was there's beer creators out there. Shout out Club Chat, he was out there. I seen the GTV mans. I seen what's his name? Frankie Payne.
Frankie Payne.
Okay, I was gonna call him Frankie Paul, but that's a reggae legend. But yeah, I seen Frankie Payne. Man pulled up like the Hulk, trying to page niggas and shit. You know what I mean?
Page niggas how?
What?
Okay, we'll get to that. I'll just
Yeah.
I'll go through the films first.
Mhm.
But it was actually very good. Like I'm a film connoisseur, you know, so I'm very critical, you know. So like I'm not gonna analyze it too deep because this is still like amateur films and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it was like a 200 seat capacity, like 250 seat capacity theater. The man sold it out crazy.
Nice.
Like and I really liked, I guess, the vision he took with the stories because it wasn't the same old like rah niggas selling drugs and shit. Like each film was like its own concept, and like some of it was more like fantastical and stuff. It wasn't like the same old like black stories you always hear, you know.
I seen that he was also shooting showing music videos before all of the presentation started. That was all his music videos.
Exactly. So he did music videos for like Skang and like Native V and stuff. And like no, he's actually super I guess like his resume is up there still.
Yeah,
like,
Nem's a legend.
Yeah, facts. And like the films were dope. The actors did well. Shout out Brooklyn. I didn't expect her to be that good of an actor, but she was fine.
Nice. Salute to Brooklyn.
I just want to say shout out to Knemisis for that, because that was like a super good look for the night. You know what I mean?
And yo, Knemisis, you was looking sharp, bro. I seen you in them threads, brother. You looking sharp.
Yo, man pulled up like black trucks, Bentleys and shit. I'm
looking like Black Bruce Wayne and shit.
Facts. I was there like my Tommy Hilfiger. I'm like, yo, someone should have told me it was one of those.
Was there anything about the experience that you feel like you could take if you ever wanted to like premiere a film or something? Because selling out a 200-person theater is like impressive.
Yeah.
No, I was actually talking with Dem Dog and Joseph. Like, we want to write our own shit, but like we're like, oh, we have to work with Knemisis because he already has experience doing it, you know, like, and he already has like the audience and like, you know, so that would be like a dope link up, you know. And I have some things that I've written, you know, that I would want to see on the screen. You know, so like that would be dope for sure.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's dope. So what happened with Frankie Payne now? I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that as well. I see the GTV guys.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What'd you say when you saw them?
At first, I seen Vegas. He does what he always does, where like he goes up behind you with like the fake gun. And
I knew you were gonna say that, bro.
Don't get caught lacking. Don't get caught lacking.
You know the exact
you said it like this.
Yo, don't get caught lacking.
You know, facts. But you know, to be dapped up, it was all good. Inside, I seen Claire like walking her.
Wow.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, she's sexy, so I ain't gonna hold you. That 50 bucks will go a long way. Respect. Yo, she's bad. I'm not even listening. I'm referencing an old joke. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie.
What you say? You were tranquilized when you seen that, eh?
Low key, but you know, she didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to her. It was all good. You know what I mean? Like, and then I see
the bot teacher had you tranquilized.
You know what I mean? It neutralized me still.
Threat neutralized.
That's like, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
everything was clear at that point. You know what I mean? I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Why are you my clarity?
You know what I mean? I'm like, we could have a sit down.
we could talk. I ain't that mad.
Same shit.
Okay.
And then, so I'm outside bound up with them dog, and then Gutsy pulls up.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
Yo, natural.
No, what are you saying here, bro? No, he's like, at first he did the same thing as Vegas or whatever, but like it was all love. We ended up having like a good discussion. We ended up like live podding or whatever, just talking about like the Toronto scene and shit and everything going on. And then Claire ended up pulling up because I was with them. Do I want to say? Okay, I'll say it, whatever. I was with them, dog. Yo, I don't know what happened before, but she's like, she just starts like fully just hitting on them dog crazy. Like, yo, how come every time I see you, that like you're not like talk like she basically is just like inviting him into the pum pum still. Like, right, I'm seeing it live, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you can cut the tension with a knife type shit, you know what I mean? So the man are just there watching it going live, you know what I mean?
I can't imagine how uncomfortable Dem Dog was because he's already kind of shy. But was he like gaming her, or was it like
he was gaming it still? But you know, like you could tell like. Because it was so public,
yeah.
It was like, yeah.
You wouldn't like that.
Content creator romance.
Yeah, well, I'm just there like, yeah, that's my dog still. That's my guy, you know what I mean? But I do feel like because I was with Joseph and them dog, there was like a little bit of like a force field around me. Because there was a few people that came up to me that like say, yo, you guys be saying this shit on the pod still, but yo, I'm allowing you that. And that brings me to Frankie Payne.
Ooh, full
you
circle.
know, because they're balling up. I hear like footsteps behind me. It sounds like
boom.
Like Sasquatch is pulling up or some shit.
Juggernaut.
Like,
Yes.
Man grabs my shoulder and shit. I felt like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was there or some shit, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck is like I just see a palm on my shoulder, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I turn around. Like, you know,
nigga with green eyes.
This guy's hand probably almost palmed your whole torso,
type
brother.
shit. Like, yo, you know when you turn around, I just pause. I just see like bare belly and chest and shit.
Yeah.
Had to like look up at this nigga.
Yeah. Green eyes.
You don't know me, do you? I'm like, you look a little familiar. Yo, it's Frankie Payne. And then the Payne had like an echo to it type shit. You know what I mean?
Payne.
Type shit. Like all I heard was Payne, bro. All I heard was Payne.
All you were thinking about, I might be in pain soon.
No, type shit. I'm thinking like, I didn't say nothing about this nigga though. But he's like, oh, I see what you guys be saying on the. And once you said you guys, I knew it wasn't me. Because when mans want to page me on my takes, they make sure like they single me out. Oh, I hear what you be saying and da da da. But once you said you guys, I knew it wasn't me. So then like, then I did the word association because I knew that he was like an OG. I'm like, oh, you're talking about the list. Yo, I don't care about the list. I don't give a fuck about the list. I'm like, man, I don't care about the list still. But I didn't say that though. But,
yeah.
But he's like, you guys just be saying too much. You guys telling me to be humble and shit, telling mans to be humble. You guys better be watching what you're saying on the microphones. I'm like, no, that is fair. You know, I don't remember that being said, but you know, like
I said that.
Okay. But I'm like, yo, I didn't say that. You know what I mean? So, like, man, just be potting. Like, I can't really, you know, like, if man's telling you to be humble, like, you know, that's not really on me type shit, you know? But, like, it didn't get too crazy. We ended up, like just dapping it up after. It was just more so, like, I guess, like, a stern warning type. But I'm like, yo, it wasn't even me, though, so you can't check me on something, you know? Like, so I guess you wanted me to pass a message along or something, but.
Well, here's the thing, okay? And I'm glad that you brought this up here. Because, yes, I did say humble yourself. And I was not only speaking to him, I was speaking with just people that were very upset about the list because they weren't put on the list. And I'm not even, again, I've said this on my live streams, I'm not taking away from the legacy that they do have and the influence that they do have, because Frankie Payne, very influential person in this hip hop scene over here.
Yeah.
From the beginning, from the 90s to now, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, my list is my list and it's my opinion. So when it gets to now, when people have to feel like uncomfortable on road over a list, I don't have to even say anything more after this. Just look what I just verbalized right now. Do we have to be uncomfortable on road over a list because people then catch feelings over the list? And
exactly.
There was a clown emoji in the comments right away. Okay, I'm not supposed to take that lightly. But I'm also supposed to not be able to be the person who can defend myself. So you're supposed to be able to just hug the clown emoji. And if I say, yo, humble yourself, then that has to be met with, that could be violence.
Because even
just think about that as a grown man from that perspective.
No,
like that sounds crazy.
No, because even what I did say was like, he didn't say anything too crazy. That's why I was just like trying to think. I'm like, bro didn't say anything crazy that would like warrant like, oh, I have to pull up on niggas and shit.
And why would I? That's my brother.
For real.
Not blood brother. I don't have. I'm an only child, but I consider him my brother.
Yeah,
by choice.
Here's the thing. I think when you made that list, it wasn't personal for you.
Yes,
but he took it personally. So now that's why he's responding with clown emojis and this, that. Because why else? Like it's like you'd be actually affected by it. Like you feel like, why didn't you put me on that list?
I think there could be a change to this though. It's Friday's list, right? How about we put out a chance for people to make their list?
Everyone has that chance. We all have the internet.
Niggas don't want to press send if they
no
think
one's gonna
about
care
it.
about their lists.
Yes, it's the people always say, "Yo."
You mean like a voting system?
And then we give them the options of how many rappers that we give them, and they pick.
I like that. That's almost like an award show.
Because then I can guarantee you it'd be the same results. But I think maybe if we were giving the people the chance to do it, we'll see the same results, but at least now we can say, hey, the people picked this one.
Yes, and I don't think that's a bad idea.
It's a good idea.
But I'm technically already doing that when I'm making the list. Because people think that I'm sitting at home.
Doing it by yourself.
Writing on Twitter and then just pressing send. No. I'm literally, every list that I've ever created is off the strength of while I'm on live stream, speaking to a multitude of people in the chat. Who do you guys think I'm asking in the chat? And then I'm taking the suggestions and then I'm weighing the options from the suggestions that the chat is giving me. And then I live make the tweet on the screen and I'm like, chat, I'm sending it. And the videos are there on YouTube that correspond to these. But people argue underneath the Instagram post to the point where it becomes watch when I see you and they never see the process. Because we don't watch that fucking show because it's not about the list. This is what you don't understand. We don't watch that show because they perpetuate evil. I've read a tweet, oh, you guys, you're part of the reason, not you guys, because they're putting it on me. You're part of the reason why some of these murders happen in the city, even though while we've been potting for the last almost 10 years, the murder rate has exponentially gone down. Right? But like, this is the mentality that a lot of, and I'm not saying Frankie, but a lot of the people have about the network as a whole. Oh, you're Friday's super federal. He's always talking about all this crime shit. We're going to have a conversation later on in the pod about fucking my thoughts on youth murderers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I get backlash for these opinions, and then it's like, yo, you guys are supposed to be the hip-hop freaking network. Yes, we're still the hip-hop network, but it doesn't mean that you guys have to agree with all of my opinions and I yours.
And I feel like it's impossible to like agree 100% with everybody 100% of the time, Like some of my favorite pods and streamers, like I don't agree with them niggas all the time. You know? Like, it's entertainment, Like, are you not entertained or not? Like,
and I don't think you should try to like intimidate someone to change their list. Like, bro, if you would have been on that list, you would have been on that list. Like, no diss, but it's just like you shouldn't take it so personal. You're probably on some other people's top 5 rappers list. You know what I'm saying? But not Fridays.
But okay, but those other people, they're not relevant right now. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about relevancy.
The list is the all-time list, right? So then the thing is, some of those people will feel, and I'm not speaking about this one individual, that the contributions that I had before is what contributes to what the people who are relevant now. So you have to put me in there. But it's like, I'm looking at it at the whole scale, like, yo, fam, have you been able to go internationally with this microphone rapping into that shit and get into like the rooms that you would have never expected to in your life? That's to me is a come up off of your being a rapper, bro. Come on, fam. Like, we're not talking about the same levels and scales. And I feel like it gets annoying when I'm like, we're still talking about it. And I have other lists to do. I'm doing other lists.
Yeah.
But we're still talking about this one because it's like, man, them caught feelings? Really? Because they think, oh no, I'm the better rapper. I'm not even talking about that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's because it's the West End.
It's not only that, it happened with the East End too, fam. It's just like, mans when they see a list, and even with the top 15 rappers of all hottest rappers, they'll be like, hottest, what do you mean? This guy raps way better than this guy. And I'm like, did anybody say that? Even in the little thing in the brackets, does anybody say about who raps hotter? Because if I go by who raps harder, my list will be completely different. It won't even be by no numbers.
Did you put a criteria when you put the list out, like what you're basing it off of?
No. I just said all time.
Okay, I feel like that would also help ease the confusion, you know, because some people are literally going based off like, oh, who has the better bars, instead of like, oh, who has the better numbers, or who had more impact, or, you know?
You know what would have helped if you had that criteria that you were talking about, but you had it detailed where it's like, okay, cadence, 8 out of 10. Popularity outside of rap, 7 out of 10. Like you actually had like the mathematics behind it, then maybe it would give people a little more context, because it does seem like a little arbitrary based on the names that were on it. Like it was just like a lot of older people, and like, so people are kind of like, whoa, like what is this list, you know? So if you had the criteria where it's like legacy, financial success, album sales, whatever criteria, then I think people would understand it more.
I'll do that next time, because like when it comes to like the lyrical list, that to me, that brings my anxiety go up, because now I have to be like best flow, best cadence, best performance, wordplay, and like, oh, bro, I'm not doing those lists, bro. Like y'all do that, man. That's crazy.
But at least with yours, you could be like, okay, with this list, I'm going based off numbers, international appeal,
success,
and like I guess like overall success. You know, so people could be like, all right, yeah, I guess this person's numbers isn't as good as his, so I can see why he's on the list. Da da da. You know?
Yeah.
Why don't you give like, why don't you do? Sorry, it's gonna sound
unknown list. We don't know them niggas to put them on the list.
No, not an unknown list. 99 to 2000 and something.
Oh, that's too much work.
You might have to do an eras.
You might have to do an era, bro.
I could, but the thing is, am I the arbiter of lists?
Yeah, it seems like it now.
No, fam. Like B-Dot makes lists, Complex makes lists. Like people make lists all the time.
We Love makes his list too.
For Toronto, you're
the only one that's a credible list, brother.
Your list matters.
Your list matters, brother.
Because other people from America are looking at you.
Your list.
So they're like, okay, these are the best rappers in the East, and like a lot of them don't even rap anymore.
And respectfully, like, okay, one, you're probably the only one doing it. I had another point, I forgot it though. My bad.
It'll come back.
Yeah. You're okay. Honestly, though, you got to understand that when you're somebody that is a creator now and you're actually okay. I'm gonna say this out loud. Between Payne and Rhyme Animal, if they were two smart old school rappers right now, they've been arguing with one of like the hottest flipping podcasts in the city. They should have dropped something.
Nah.
No. Because there are a lot of people that don't know about Payne and these guys right now 100%. That are young, that are watching and then going back and looking these guys up.
100%.
They're not taking the opportunity. They want to argue, bro. They're wasting the time. See me, if I was gonna argue with Friday right now and I was one of them, I'd argue with him and Friday would have been like, Dusty's a smart Ross. Because then I'd have dropped something on his head top. You know what I'm trying to say?
Take advantage of the moment.
I would have took advantage of the moment. I'd have been like, all right, brother. Because the amount of times I seen posters of you versus Rhyme Animal this week, that hit the internet, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't take the advantage. They need to take advantage of it.
It would make it worse.
You think so?
Yes, because I got freaking really upset about the fact that Trey wrote a fucking song about me probably like last year. And that was way before a list even dropped.
Were you talking about diss track or just saying like this drop his song?
You were already in the momentum. Yeah, it was a diss track. I'm not talking about a diss track for your head top.
Track.
I'm not talking about a diss track. Okay. I'm talking about art.
A song for the streets.
Art.
It's a track. Yeah.
It's a track.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah.
I would have had a track. I wouldn't have had no diss track for you. I'd have been like, no, I caused some trouble with my nigga. He should have. I know he can't say my name because I'm an old school nigga. But watch this. Young youths are gonna they're gonna respect me for this one. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say quickly in regards to making the other list. I think that's a good idea because that's just more content for you, bro.
Era.
You know what I mean?
Do an era list.
I think the era list would be really good.
Gotta do the era list.
And a lot of people would engage in it. But what I was gonna say, Dusty, remember you were saying how Rhyme Animal should do a track. If they were in that, they should put out a track right now.
They should put out some type of something.
They have DJ Merciless formed like a collective recently, and it's all these like older rappers.
Yeah, I know about him.
So I feel like that could be a good opportunity for the youth to kind of engage in like, I guess what was the Toronto sound before, but like, do you feel like these older artists and producers coming together, like, do you feel like they'll have an impact?
Depends on who they're aiming at.
You should pull up the group. Because they're legend. Merciless is legend.
Yeah. But what they're not doing, what I could tell them to do is, if they listen, if they're watching the thing, go interact with some of the young guys. When you guys are doing those shows and stuff like that, where there's a lot of older people, bring them. Let some of these young guys in for free. Let them see what you guys used to do and what you guys are doing now. But you get what I'm trying to say? For you to interact with the young crowd, for them to know who you guys are, bro. You sound crazy being like, yo, I used to rap, you know. You used to? Well, nigga, this kid's rapping right now. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
He's
facts.
bringing more money in. Kids make way more money off the music now than those guys did ever. So I want to say real shit. Like not everybody's Griselda, my nigga.
But do they even need to appeal to the youth? Can't they just niche their older audience?
They are, but not everybody's Griselda, my nigga.
No, that's the thing. They should be trying to niche the older audience. And they're not necessarily doing the right things to niche that older audience. It takes just the same amount of social media action and all that stuff that a lot of people frown upon when they get into a certain age group, that it still takes to get to the youth as to get to that older audience.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because, okay, you're not trying to get at a bunch of 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds doesn't mean you're not supposed to be on the gram every day posting something.
Respectfully, I think these days, like, the older people be on social media more than the younger people.
Yes. They're trying to detach the Gen Zs and the Generation A or Generation Alpha, I mean.
Yeah.
They're trying to detach from social media more now. That's starting to become a trend. And you're starting to see people 35 and up on social media. So now you should be taking advantage of trying to get in front of their eyes, doing reels, doing all those things that are mature, that was set or will focus on your audience or target your audience. And next thing you know, you fuck around and your song has like 100,000 views on the music video. You go look in the friggin' demo. Fam, I look in the demo of this podcast. What are we talking about? The highest demo is between 35 and 45. The audience is growing up with us. Yeah. So I know who I'm targeting.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to shout out Young Star Mills. Zara knows who I'm talking about.
Young Star Mills.
Respectfully, okay. I think he's kind of a corny rapper. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's kind of a corny rapper.
Who's this guy?
He's like, okay, he's not a guy yet.
So but he's a guy.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish. I'm getting there. The man started putting his raps on TikTok. But it's like, it's super boom bappy or whatever, right? And like, he has this track like about Toronto where he's bringing up all the Toronto ends. And the man's getting peer views on it, peer comments on it, like, and it's beer like just like older heads or like rap heads that like love the old school shit. That is like, oh yeah, this is what we need in the game and da. And it's just
flooding his comment section.
Yeah. Facts. And bro, man spent $0 on this, bro.
Brother, if he goes into his what do you call it? His analytics, it's probably like 35 to 45, like 70%.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like whatever, what is it, 16 to 21, like freaking probably 2%, if anything. Like, who cares about them, fam? You're getting to your audience.
Literally.
And he's actually good live. Like, I could see him being like a live performer.
No, he's a great lyricist. He's actually a very good lyricist.
The way I put these words together, it's so clever. Like,
but he's just very like 80s and 90s. That's why it's like it's a little corny to me. But his audience, he's finding it because the algorithm is pushing it to the people that is interacting with it.
Fam, there are people at home with gray hairs. They're taking their kids to school.
Facts.
And they're on the gram, fam. They're on Facebook, bro. Like, go and service these people, fam. Like, run it up on them, fam.
The only reason why I brought him up because I was just so surprised to see.
I get
Zara knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, yo, this guy's getting views on this.
Yes.
And anybody can make it, bro.
Fam, but if you're targeting, if you're shooting the gun at the wrong target and you're like, yo, let me teach these youngins, that's not gonna make it. Fam.
No. You just invite them. You just invite them to it.
Yeah.
See what's going on, and you have to have your target, audience, bro.
Yeah. Who do you think? And we'll get to our topic.
Okay, so that it does make sense then. What I'm saying, like Frankie Payne and Animal should have took some time and put out a record.
Yes. Our audience would be like, they're between, the sweet spot is between 35 to 45.
They would have been winning right now.
Yes.
Oh.
No, nobody watches us because we're destructive. Anyhow, Akademiks' response to Charlamagne.
Again.
So let me give you guys a little bit of lore for anybody who, and the audience who might be a little bit outside of the story. They had their 3-hour like conversation, and this is off of the heels of Charlamagne accusing Grand Wizard and A.W.O.L of all these heinous things of like with the gambling and Drake, and he had these articles that he was pulling up on Brilliant Idiots over and over again until they finally met head-to-head, and had their 3-hour freaking conversation that went viral. Charlamagne also showed him in that conversation, yo, there's this website, Inverse Media, that's saying all these things about you and Grand Wizard and Drake and Wagwan. And then Akademiks went and found out that that was AI. Right? Charlamagne now, he's been getting the comments from people for the last few weeks. He hasn't said shit. And he finally went on Brilliant Idiots a couple of nights ago, and he finally responded to all that. And he said that the Inverse Media page is not, he's like, yeah, because the site's gone now. Okay, just a little bit more lore. The site was created 2 days before the Iceman album dropped.
Wait, what was the terminology he used? He said it was like
an aggregator site.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? So he said, oh, that site? Oh, no, I knew it wasn't an AI. I knew that's not an AI site. It's an aggregator site. So let me teach you youngins. And, he started going through this whole freaking speech like about how aggregator sites take things from other websites and like basically put a collage on their site. And that's where you can just go get the information for everything else. And he's like, oh, well, the reason it's gone is probably because they took some information from a site that had a paywall. He had all the answers. Akademiks finally responded to that. Now that's where we are now. You guys want to hear some of this response?
Yeah, let's go.
It's a little bit lengthy pause, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. Right? I was watching him on stream last night, and he went on for like 28 minutes, so I'm just going to play the beginning. One take, Jake.
Fucking act. It says, Akademiks says nobody cares.
Also, I want to make it clear. I still don't have a problem with Charlamagne. I just have to let you know, and I'll let him know, I think Charlamagne's a liar. Okay? Doesn't mean I hate him. I think he's a liar. If Charlamagne, I'm giving him the same treatment I give to Meg Thee Stallion. If Charlamagne called me today and said, Ak, it's raining outside, I would put the phone down and walk outside and check it for myself. When you find out someone's a liar, you need to take that and you need to operate in the future with it. Okay? Now, of course, I could add up stuff and be like, well, he's lying for this, these and the reason. The very basic method or the basic, foundational thing is that I no longer believe Charlamagne, and I used to think Charlamagne was a uncomfortable truth guy. I always talked about when I first met him. When I walked into the room to do an interview with him, there was someone who was a former co-host of mine on college radio that brought me upstairs. I was interning for the Breakfast Club. I didn't talk to that woman for about like a year or a year and a half. When I walked up, I didn't know this woman had a problem with me. I seen her on campus. She ignored me. Okay? She ignored me. I thought she was pledging. So like, I don't know if you know about colleges, when people are like trying to get in a sorority, they have to be like, they can't speak to people. So I had said hi to her on campus. She never spoke to me. Anyway, I didn't really see her again until I go up to the Breakfast Club. She brings me upstairs to the Breakfast Club. When I hit Charlamagne, I'm there. When we're in the elevator, she doesn't really say much, but I'm like, all right, we can't be beefing like that. She just got me from downstairs. We signed in, me and my cameraman. And when we get upstairs, the first thing Charlamagne says to me is, hey, yo, Ak, what up, man? He was like, yo, what'd you do to, I think her name was Sarah, or something like that. Sasha. What'd you do to Sasha, man? She hates your guts. And I always loved Charlamagne for that because he was the uncomfortable truth guy. He couldn't let the elephant in the room just go by. He brought it up, and I felt like he would always say, in my opinion, say the thing that people didn't like or people weren't ready to talk about. I respected that about him.
Now,
Charlamagne, of anybody in media, I've never associated with being a liar until now. I have to be honest. Now, after seeing how he's played this, I'm like, oh, Charlamagne is a liar. It is what it is. There's a bunch of liars I know that are liars. Meg Thee Stallion's a liar. Charlamagne's.
Okay. So I'm not gonna play the whole 30-minute clip, obviously, but the sentiment he has now for somebody who he's looked up to, right? He's said many times, like, yo, that's my, one of my mentors. He's like, he thinks that guy's a liar now. He's saying it over and over again. You're a liar.
It got a little crazier than that. Because like you said, this went on for like half an hour. Man started reacting to more of the clip. I think Charlamagne, then they started bringing up certain articles that were highlighting, I guess, Act's lowest points in his careers. Like times where he may have gotten like, I guess, like allegations for certain things and da-da-da.
Yeah.
So then Act ended his tirade by saying, he actually quoted a Kendrick bar. He said, yo, if you take it there, I'm going to take it further.
Oh, shit.
So you know how when he off the Henny and stuff, like the first couple sips, he's calm. But by the fifth, sixth shot, you know what I mean? He starts getting crazy, you know what I mean? So I'm very interested to see how this is going to progress from here. Because I thought after the sit down, that was going to be the thing that would like quash it.
Yeah, no.
But it seems like that only like, I guess,
elevated.
Yeah, you know?
You know what's funny? I'm glad that we had the conversation that we had before this segment about like friends and media and just how things have gotten strained, because these two were friends. Their relationship goes back like 13 years. And now here we are at the end of like a rap battle and everything that it seems like unsubstantial in the whole grand scheme of things. But the man's calling his mentor a liar. This guy's in media. He's a journalist or a radio personality. Part of his personality is based on people believing him and it being the truth.
I was about to say, you said friends at first, and then you ended by saying, oh, he called him his mentor. I don't think they were friends. I think it was on some, okay, this is how I seen the Drake-LeBron shit, where Drake thought LeBron was his friend, but LeBron was some business shit.
Yeah.
I think with Charlamagne, he always seen him as like, my son.
Yeah.
Like this is just like the internet dude. Like
you know, but like Charlamagne, like I think he gave him like, he was one of the first people. Was he one of the first people to help out? I think it was one of the first.
He gave him his first interview.
Okay, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. But then like he never came back to his platform or something like that.
Ever.
So
and he's button like loon onto freaking his platform. No, he's never been on Akademiks platform again.
Yeah, but he's been on his ops platform and stuff. So
yes.
Like, I feel like once the student started to become the master, the master wanted to spar a little bit. You know?
Yo, these guys are both like, think about how far they both come in the game. Yeah. Like Charlamagne just signed like a $200 million deal the other day for like his podcast network and stuff like that. Akademiks is probably in the, I don't know how many umpteens of millions right now. I'm sure he's getting close to 100 millionaire at this point.
But what I will say is, even though they both fall under the category of commentary, I don't really see them as like the same type of journalist.
Tell me why.
Because Akademiks does like active research. Like you could see him researching and figuring it out. Charlamagne is given prompts and a script and just kind of reacts. But Akademiks is almost like creating the story, where Charlamagne is just reporting and commenting and judging it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, they started off like similar, I guess, like in like the similar vein, and like the things they would speak about, I guess like how they would be seen by the public. But I feel like they both kind of grew apart. Like you have a shot team, like at first you guys are both on the same track or whatever, but
energy.
I feel like Charlamagne, he went more corporate, like you said, he got that deal. We don't know who facilitated that for him, like maybe the powers that be that kind of lined that for him is like, all right, for the next 5 years, like we have our hand up your ass and you're our puppet now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ak has always been like on that independent, you know what I mean? I have my own opinion. I stand on what I stand on type shit. So now it has to be a clash of, I guess, ideals, like ideologies.
Charlamagne, and you're both right, because Charlamagne, he's having like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden has been on this show, and like he's like going to interview Farrakhan and stuff like that. These are all Breakfast Club interviews. Like these are whole different lanes. Like he had his own show for a while. I forgot on what network, but he had his own talk show that he was trying to get on the television screen and be one of those guys. He does replacements on the Daily Show.
But can I be honest? Like, I can't say that Charlamagne is a good like standalone journalist or host. Like, I feel like he's good as like the second mic or like the controversial one.
Yeah.
But like I could never see him doing what Akademiks does, but I could see Akademiks easily just like being a part of like a 3-person crew and being able to communicate.
The thing is, because when he did his pivot, he tried to pivot his ideologies as well. Where like we known him for being the controversial person, but now you're talking about mental health and shit. Like, yo, you're making bitches cry on the show. You're sniffing seats and stuff. And like, now you're the advocate of like wokeness, bro. So like,
he got a little more politically correct as they got more popular. And then it kind of like made the viewers be like, bro, like you're the most hectic one. Like you're the most like vulgar. And like you'll say, remember that there's 3 types of sexual orientations.
Yeah, gay, straight, or Drake.
You think he could say that today?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. He'll get a phone call from upstairs or in the office. Yo, bro, you're on the radio right now, fam. Come upstairs.
Yeah. Well, because it's dissing Drake, he might be able to get that off.
Maybe. But it's just that, like, he's been called by his own co-host on Brilliant Idiots, Andrew Schultz, CThaGod. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So he had to go a little bit more just to be able to elevate. And he always talks about this. I want everybody to do the same. I agree with him. But as far as with him and Ak, bro, I don't think that's ever going to be repaired. If your friend or somebody who you thought was your friend is calling you a liar and on Ak's side, this guy brings a whole article to you that was fake and like it's trying to, and he's telling you that you're manic about Rock Nation trying to get you and, you know, block your pages and stuff like that. Fam, that's not bullshit, bro. What's the Dirt did a video? He had to make stick figures of Jay-Z in the video because if you put like 10 seconds of Jay-Z on the screen, bro, they'll come and try to strike your video, brother.
You definitely gaslit him for sure after.
Super gaslit him, bro.
I kind of like that there will always be separate because I feel like it gives the listening audience and the viewers and the fans a choice of like, what ideology do you want to like follow? Like which framework? Are you more like the internet era? Or are you more like legacy media?
Because there's a lot of sheeps out here. There's a lot of NPCs that like they go for that like, oh, everything needs to be diagnosed under mental illness and like they want to live in some utopia type shit, you know?
Yeah. Listen, man, salute to both parties involved. I'm very invested in this, man. I've been keeping up on the live stream and I've been pulling up all of the different back and forth. So
I have a question for you guys.
Talk to me.
For 200 million, you guys not gonna lie?
Lie? Like, how much lying?
I don't like. I guess at the level that Charlamagne's doing, like he's not like lying about wars and shit. You know what I mean? Like taxes and stuff. Like he lied about a casino on the radio. You know what I mean?
He's like evading the truth, but he's not like spreading lies. In that sense.
Yeah, he's like, what do you? What's the word when they say you just don't say the truth?
I know.
Omit.
Yeah, you omit the truth.
Yeah.
So you're not just like, yeah. I'm not involved in all that shit. You're just like, kind of not talking about it.
So man, won't do that for 200 million?
Yeah, but like I'm corrupt. I've already told people I can be corrupt.
200 mil is a lot, man.
So I feel like a lot of people are judging Charlamagne like, oh, why you keep protecting these niggas, blah blah blah. It's like it's very clear what happened. Like obviously they had an integral part in getting him where he's at right now. So you have to not bite the hand that feeds
Yeah,
him.
like if Friday gave me $200 million and mans were like talking about Friday, like I'd just be like, bro, like I'm not even talking. Like this guy just gave me $200 million. Like you think I'm gonna like go against this guy? Like
yo, even now I won't go against Friday, bro. The only time I go outside and I get recognized from the podcast, bro. So I'm like, my whole intention, real shit, yo. My whole intention was like because I was super known, like my biggest demographics was like outside of Canada and shit, you know, like. So I wanted to be more known in this city or whatever. So like we love hip hop. I'm actually super appreciative of this platform, you know.
Yeah,
so, like,
salute.
If man's trying to violate Friday, I won't just let that slide.
Nah, exactly. That's not sliding at all, dog.
Right?
Man, them know that.
And that's without 200 million.
That's without 200 million, bro. Yo, with 200 million, yeah, I might go on a few hits.
Bro, man,
that's like a 2 bills.
You know, smoke some weed and you know.
Yeah. No, real shit. You guys are not wrong. Like. Mans could literally be like, bro, I seen the website where they're saying that this guy is he's the wrong guy, bro. He fucked up all these people's money. don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh? Are you sure that's a real site? Like, fam, you're gonna fam. The man blessed me, bro. What are you talking about?
You wouldn't even know he blessed me. I'm just moving accordingly.
No, but now people are gonna start accusing you. You know, are you sure you're not? He gave you money. Like that's where Charlamagne's at right now.
Oh,
like,
exactly.
yes, they gave me money.
Small Caps
yes,
gave me some change.
I'm on the freaking Hollywood Star of Fame like 3 weeks ago. It's not even that long ago.
They put my book in the bestsellers and shit. Like, yo, they nice me if I allow. And then my protege is louding up the thing.
You're making the block hot.
Like, yo, he always
You're messing up the money. You're messing up the money.
That. You always do that. Act's bad for that.
Yes, let him. Yo, that's why he's literally taking pictures with Desiree Perez and shit. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm down with them. Like, nigga, shut up, bro. But yo, salute to both parties, man. I'm entertained. We're gonna have to skip a couple of topics here because we got so much shit going on. Can we talk about the game quick since we're kind of still on that in that area?
Yeah, let's
the
go
game and Kendrick Lamar.
What about him?
Because he dropped that tune there with Drake.
No breaks, no breaks, no breaks.
No breaks. Right? the quick hook.
Yeah.
Right? And he had a little speech the other day where he was like, I don't got no problems with those guys, but I'm going to be down with Drake no matter what. So he's picked a side, basically, or he hasn't picked a side. He's like, yo, no matter what, I'm not going against Drake.
No matter what, you're still trying to scam your fans for features.
Thank you.
So I don't even care. I don't even care that he picked Drake or Kendrick because, like, the underlying issue is what we spoke about several times. Cool, he picked Drake. Maybe there's some internal politic in LA between Bloods, Crips. I don't know. It's not for me to speak on. But I don't think like it makes a difference. Like I feel like the game is still like in a weird place.
Yeah,
financially.
Maybe financially, but like, cause like, why else would he have this like scam for features?
It's got to be financially, but it also like a lot of those guys who do that, it's because they don't want to pay for like their crew, their management, their stuff, and sometimes their shit does get hacked, right? But I know it's really him.
He's been in it way too long to be hacked.
He did it to me.
You've been hacked for 8 years,
There you
but
go.
Years like maybe 2021-ish.
he even tried
22,
he even tried to get bugged.
23.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bugs.
Yeah.
But in regards to his perception of being like, I guess no man is an island type thing, I think his whole career, like, okay, he was like the West Coast guy, but he's with the New York niggas. And then he started dissing that crew. And then like it just seemed like he started dissing Dre. Like he's just always like falling out.
It's a crew hopper.
With, you know what I mean?
I feel he's a crew hopper.
Yeah, so I feel like people don't really associate him with nothing. So that's why like in LA, he would complain, oh, I'm not in the murals in LA. It's like,
because you're not really a LA nigga.
Well, they always look at him as like you're an East Coast dick rider.
That too.
And the East Coast don't rate him like
he's originally from a Crip hood.
That too. like way back in his life, like, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, he became a Blood when his brother and all that. But like, even with his own crew, he has a song on the second album that he dropped where it was like a falling out with him and his brother and shit that.
You know what I felt like?
Big Black.
Yeah.
I think the best brand arc for the game was when he was doing those dating shows. I felt like he was like, he kind of saved his career with that. And then like he stopped reality TV and then like tried to get back in like, I guess the rap space. And like, I just feel like he's not relevant.
Brother, reality TV means you're on your way out the door.
But it was a way that kind of like kept him hot because he had like a good reality show and like those girls ended up like staying in the limelight.
What happened with one of those girls?
Yeah, how did that work out?
How did that work out?
What happened?
You don't know about that?
Yeah,
that's
what fucked up his
He
life.
fingered the Shotty in the park and then it got caught on camera and then they said that the Shotty was young and they went crazy.
She was underage?
No, she wasn't underage.
She wasn't underage
no,
though.
but she sued him.
Yeah.
Right, for SA, right, or sexual harassment.
Yep.
One, because he kept on just not coming to the court dates and just not taking it seriously and hit him for like $7 million.
Yeah.
So now he takes everything, he puts it in Wax's name, all other people's names. He can't have anything under his name because they're trying to garnish money out of his account.
From that show?
From that one show.
Right,
from
maybe
that
it
one
wasn't a good
contestant.
idea.
It was definitely
but
not
the
a
thing
good
is,
idea.
It would have been a good idea if you don't like shit where you sleep.
Exactly.
Okay, imagine if that show popped off and then that show pops off and then he was able to like, I guess, do his own thing. Where like now he owns everything and like he's reaping all the financial benefits of it. And like now he could rap if he wants to, or he could like do spin-offs of the show with the shotties that pop off from. You know what I mean? Like that could have like been a whole new financial, I guess, income source for him.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to finger the ting.
Because he was good at reality TV. Like I felt like he kind of had the personality for it. Like he was comfortable in front of the camera. He had the shotties and like it was a good show.
You know, the problem with Game, and we'll get off of this, he's in his own way. He's always been in his own way.
Exactly.
From the beginning of his career, he gets into the game, he's with G Unit, beefs with them. He's doctor's advocate. Dre don't want nothing to do with him. All these different examples that we just said here, like he can't keep a relationship, fam.
I'm telling you, this could be. Remember we talked about earlier, like the eternal boy. Like every time things would get good, he self-sabotage, go back to beefing.
Yeah.
Even Kanye gave him the Maybach, and then the man started popping too much style with it. And then like Kanye's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, give me that back.
Yeah, that's like actually the kind of the jump off to the relationship between Kanye and Top 5.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the whole Maybach incident.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because he was like, yo, I don't even want those Maybachs anyway. And I think he had a Drink Champs appearance and all types of shit was happening. Like the Game is very famous. He's an A-list rapper in the end of the day. But like you said, maybe what's the term?
Which one?
The eternal child.
Yeah.
Eternal child. Peter Pan.
The eternal boy, eternal child, Peter Pan complex.
The eternal boy, eternal child. That's a freaking title, bro. Oh my God.
That sounds crazy.
We're really gonna flood the streets with that one, boys.
Especially after that first conversation we had.
It's the mental health episode, fam. No, fam. Like,
no, I mean with the Uber creeps.
Yeah. No. Touche. But listen, no salute to the Game because also, good point, Czar, and I have that in brackets. I didn't put it in when I put the list in the chat, but like I put it after. I'm divided about him because like Drake, mind you, Drake isn't like overtly being like, yo, that's my guy, even though he posted the song in his stories finally the other day. Okay, so like he's supporting Game, supporting him, I guess. He's showing finally. But he's been pretty quiet about Game showing that he's supporting him. He dissed Rick Ross. Drake said nothing. Keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, Drizzy, because you watch this, we rate you, and I know you might rate JC on or whatever, Chuck, but he's robbed multiple Toronto artists. And if you love Toronto, then go check your man and ask him why he got to take 5 racks off of Big Bad. Why he tried to take 30 or 60 racks off of the legend JB. You know what I'm saying? And a multitude of other artists that he's gotten for like 500 and 250 here. Yep. Check your man, bro, because you're elevating somebody who's fucking over the Toronto culture. Keep that in mind, brother.
Okay, he's messing over the Toronto culture financially, but there's also mans around that camp that are like literally killing Toronto type shit.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, mans are not like...
You said too much.
What did I say?
Said too much.
Okay, go. Break it down.
I just want to know.
Flush those thoughts out, man.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't say literally killing, because I'm going to take that literal.
Yeah.
Okay, but here, he's around mans that are like poisoning the community with drugs. You know what I mean?
Who?
He's around rappers.
Say his name.
No,
you're saying Drake is around these people?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Am I wrong for saying that?
No. You can say you have your own opinion.
So you think Drake is around mans that are detrimental to the community?
Okay, you're saying that like Drake shouldn't associate with the game because he finessed a few Toronto mans, but there are mans that are like doing drills and shit. Like,
man.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't think that's worse?
Or he's down to associate with him. Let's not say around him, because that's like a Rico. But he's down to say, yo, these are my people. I even big them up on Instagram and shit like that.
What was it? Oh, yo, the man just texted me that, yo, we bun skin.
Yeah.
I think what Natural's trying to say is that, and let me know if I'm saying this correct.
And also, before you go, and mob ties.
There are mans that the boys associated with that have done more damage to the Toronto culture than the game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's a more better
and Houston culture.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not trying to get at the boy or anything like that, but like that's just a reality. Like the mob ties, even like let's even to take it away from Toronto, and not because we're scared, but because that also happens. Mob ties, the Rap-A-Lot records and all that, they have a legacy. They're gangster. You know, it's all about respect. But if you disrespect us, things can happen. Type of shit. Mans have associated themselves with gangsterism, and gangsterism sometimes people get taken off of the earth.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking condones of that. I know I don't condone of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's doing worse?
So then, like, he just doesn't big up nobody?
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
Stop bigging up killers.
Nah, that's crazy. Some
But
killers have hot tunes.
But it's part of the package, fam. Pause. Like, you can't just be like, yo, I'm not down with no killer niggas, because then nobody's going to take you serious in hip-hop.
Well, and it depends on the kind of hip-hop you do.
Fam, and we can get to this Drake topic, right? Because did you ask about a Drake album coming soon?
They're saying it's an album. I think it's a tour.
Oh,
like
the
a
thing that he
deluxe.
posted in his
Yeah,
story.
It's an announcement.
Yeah,
that we're
fear
waiting.
of missing out.
The fear of missing out thing.
FOMO.
Yeah, I don't even think he posted in the stories. I think he actually posted it on his page.
Yeah, he posted a few times. It was like a carousel one time when he did a dump, and then he posted his Dukes, and then the caption was "fear of missing out" or something like that. And then most recently, he posted out a CD cover with FOMO on the I guess the cover.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's right here. One take, Jake. Yeah, fear of missing out. It's like a CD. Looks like.
Wow.
So do you guys think it is an album?
I think it has to be.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Remember earlier when we were I guess hypothesizing if it was gonna drop, and I said, oh, around October would be dope. You know what I mean? Like his birthday type shit.
Yeah.
But do you think that'll be too soon?
No, I think it's
Not
the
time.
perfect amount of time. I feel like Iceman and the other two albums have had time to live and like enter the ethos, and we've gotten accustomed to it. So now it's like you can feed the streets again. It's like you gave it enough time to breathe, but it's not too soon to the project release where it's like, bro, you just gave us so many tracks. Like we've had time to digest this material.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I think there might be something to that, because he keeps on running up the timeline. And it's like, are you running up the timeline to keep those albums that you have alive, or are you ramping up for something else? Because, fam, and this is Drake related, I'm kind of overseeing the goth shorty, fam.
Pinky Chew?
Pinky Chew. I feel like I've seen too much of her, fam.
I like her.
We only seen her a few times.
Really?
Okay.
I like goth bitches.
Nah, but your algorithm has bare white girl on it, you know. So
Stop,
it's gonna
bro.
be.
What is it that you like about goth girls? Like,
You talking to me?
no.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. You never had one before?
No.
I wanna fuck you up. That's how they. You know what I mean? Like they got that
raspy voice.
that I wanna fuck you up. You know what I mean? That
That
attitude.
because they have nothing to live for. Thus, it could be the white light,
The sole purpose of their life.
in their
Okay.
darkness.
Okay. You ever watch Addams Family?
Yeah.
Remember the mom? Yeah, see her breasts. You know what I mean? See how she was like
But
voluptuous?
she would still have those breasts if she wasn't goth. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
but you
Like,
see that
what,
look?
like the white
You see
makeup.
that
The
look?
white makeup.
You see that
throws me.
look that
Yeah.
she had?
Yeah.
Still kind of had you, right? Did it have you back in the day?
Yes, back
Can
in
you
the day.
bring up a picture just to remind the audience?
Welcome to the Addams family. Welcome
No,
to
bro,
the
you
Addams.
know what it was? And it's also when you start hearing her talk too much.
That's any shotty.
Saying she sounded better. She sounded better on mute.
Yeah, when I first seen the 20v1, and it was just like, oh, even with the barking and thing like that, I didn't even cringe with the barking. I was just like, all right, whatever. One take, Jake. This is what I'm talking about. Right?
She can go on.
She can go
Back in
on
the-
still, but like,
back in
fam,
the day.
that makeup comes off.
Yeah.
Right? Especially once you start smashing her, okay, you can smash her with the goth makeup on. By the time you're done the session, fam, you're just gonna see whatever blotchy ass skin the bitch has.
There's different type of gothic girls though.
What?
You got the ones that do the clown look, like the clown face ones,
Yeah.
like in LA and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Then you got the ones that are just like
Regular.
yeah, like AC/DC'd out, just got the bangs, black hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Fucking
Some piercings.
Yeah,
Right now,
shit.
there's like a goth
Those are the
wave.
ones I like.
There's like a goth wave going on with the gal them, where like it's like I guess like a alts type look. You know what I mean? But like the real goth girls, like they're not having it. You know what I mean?
No.
Like the I guess the white
makeup wearing girls, like the real, like the ones that be having the cuts on their arms and shit. Like,
trigger warning.
like they be getting, like, they feel like they're getting, I guess, appropriated.
It's like being gentrified by other white people.
They're like Drake goths. They're like, y'all are into hip hop. You're not into like real metal. And
no,
shit
but a
like
lot
that.
of gothic. No, gothic. A lot of gothic, like people like who listen to that. Obviously, that sound of music, right?
They like hardcore hip hop.
No, they love hip hop. What do you mean? You never heard of the Dirty Little Goth Kids? They're from Cleveland. They hang out with Drake.
I did not know that.
Check them out.
See,
Drake will certify that. He knows who I'd be.
I definitely heard of Dirty Little Goth Kids hanging with Drake.
Yeah. No, you have, or you're being serious? You're being serious?
No, so I definitely have heard of Dirty Little Goth Kids hanging with Drake.
It's real.
Let me pull. And
he doesn't mean the group though. He just means like as a collective. Like
Anyhow.
just a group of dirty little goths.
Man. You know, I was gonna take you serious there, bud. I was gonna take you serious there.
Take natural seriously.
Don't take natural seriously.
Who want to take Jake?
The one thing I've been trying to known as the goth baddie who won the 20v1 with Drake. How do you feel?
Feel bad.
You feel bad? Is them
She
real
got them
fans?
fangs, too.
They come out.
I know that, but I've had a
Shit
couple.
going on. Okay,
comes.
how you feeling about the brand race event tonight?
Oh man, it's fun. This is my first time seeing a fight like this. Usually it's just guys fighting over me, so it's pretty sick.
Shut
You
up.
have a lot of them goth boys fighting over you?
Oh no. It's non-goth guys usually.
Regular guys. Okay.
Fam, okay, and I know this is nothing to do with the topic or whatever. I know as soon as Drake was finished with whatever script that they were doing, okay, we picked the goth baddie and he was just like, all right, what time we get into the club or whatever? Let me get away from these bitches, bro.
Now he linked up with her again though.
Yes, because it's for the look. You have to finish the whole thing, fam.
Brother, what's wrong with her? Nothing's wrong with her.
And like there's nothing wrong with that clip. Low key.
He's just turned over to the next side, fam.
Nah, fam. Too much giggly girls, bro. Like, you know, the man them are like, all right, like, fam, we're just doing this for the ting, fam.
Now with her, I think like she's not even capping with what she's saying. Cause when the initial 20v1 happened, I looked at her page and shit. And there's pure man them just thirsting for her. Bro.
Yeah.
Like so, and I think she has like an OnlyFans or something too.
And she's Hispanic.
Part.
Yeah.
And
like her bati round and them things. So I could just
no, it's not.
I could just
sound like a hater.
I could just imagine like how many mans are just like saying the most to her. So obviously her ego is gonna be incredibly inflated. You know what I mean?
Like she knows she's hot.
Like she had a bag before this 20v1. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think girls, they can go on still.
I don't think that's and I sound like a hater. I don't think she's that hot, fam. They already exposed the pictures of her without the makeup or before and all that. It's just the look, the goth look. When they put on the freaking white makeup and all that, and then they do the super push-up bra and all that, they look crazy. But fam, when you take them home, they just look like a mid-white chick.
Yeah.
That's most girl on the gram though.
Yeah.
When you take the makeup off, you know what I mean? Like she just has a little more makeup.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
it.
Okay, enough with the Drake talk. Did you guys see any of the brand risks just real quick last night?
Pure fuckery.
Yeah.
White Osiris, the Shea Frost.
That's crazy.
Yo, bro, the man, I forgot who was fighting. Oh, the Vitali fight. The guy who was fighting Vitali had muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles, pause, right? And he knocked Vitali down and he tore his bicep, bro.
That's crazy.
So it's like, fam, they had to stop the fight.
Tearing your bicep.
Yo, the guy was like super duper huge. Pause.
You think he was on steroids?
He was on mad roids, bro.
So his body probably didn't have like the movement.
Yeah, bro. He gave him one too much freaking punches and then shit ripped, bro.
You guys see it, like the rip live?
You could see the shit, like it wasn't open, but like you could see like the vein like all crazy on his arm.
Who was the man that got knocked out?
What's his name?
Oh,
Jaden Newman?
No, the guy who was fighting Austin McBroom. So just a little like outside of hip hop lore, Austin McBroom is from the McBroom family.
Oh yeah, he finessed his fans because they became broke, right? And then they're trying to go on like they weren't broke.
Yeah, but at one point in time, the McBroom family was popping. Like him and his ex-wife had like a family channel on YouTube, and they were like one of the early family channel people. And then he kind of started fucking a bunch of other chicks, and he fucked up the relationship.
Yeah.
So then the family channel, their family broke up. No more family channel. So now he's on his own. So he had a few fights before. I think he had one fight before Brand Risk was like blown up, right? Oh, he was in the TikTokers versus YouTubers. He was in one of those when he did one of those. But that fight last night, bro, dude was ready, bro. He knocked the fuck out of dude, bro.
Didn't he also do his own boxing event? But I think it didn't end up happening or something. So like he finessed his fans out of the ticket sales or whatever.
Yeah,
and like,
they like staged a fight and it never happened.
Yeah.
I think he did something like that. But
so he has years of like boxing experience.
Yeah. But I will say something about the whole event while I was like streaming it, and for the people who want to see it on the CThaGod is still there. Bro, I'm watching a streamer who's like the main guy. He still has like his laptop there in his desk so that he can see everything that's going on with the stream and tell production and all that. This is the same kid that's like used to just do desktop streams like in a makeshift room. And now I'm watching a stream technically because it's on Kick. But it's a freaking whole boxing event, bro.
Yeah.
That's a come up, fam. Even Jake Paul, bro, a YouTuber who's like, he's putting on events with like real boxers, actually.
Yo, this is the new, I guess, meta we live in. Like, back in the day, you have to go and get all these degrees and certifications and shit. And now you just have to acquire the knowledge. Like,
and that phone.
Yeah.
That phone.
Like, okay, you know that movie Obsession? That's one of like the top grossing movies of the year. It was made by a YouTuber, bro. The man used to like make skits on YouTube. He blew up that way. He dropped like a couple films before. But Obsession is literally one of like the most viral movies of the year. It made like one of the most money of the year.
Yeah.
And, like that's like he's not even like an acclaimed director or not. He's
What's
just like a
Obsession
YouTuber. It's kind of like it's a horror-esque movie.
Okay.
It's basically about a guy that like he wants a shawty and like he grants a wish on her like to make her love him. But then she just loves him too much. But like it's a crazy movie. It's a crazy movie. The man should watch it. But like it just goes to show that like you shouldn't limit yourself. You know what I mean? Like even me as a what they say a social media DJ or whatever, I could build up my thing where I'm doing festivals and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yo, this nigga started like. Well, I started way back doing sound crashes and shit, but they'll say, oh, this guy started on TikTok, you know?
Yeah, fam. Like the sky's the limit. Like keep in mind, Mr. Beast is doing deals with Amazon.
Yes, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He's a YouTuber who used to have like him and his freaking dirty, weird friends freaking making YouTube videos that were like, you know, a little bit outlandish until they made a bunch of money off of that one video, put more money into a next video. Oh, now we're helping 2,000 blind people and put some money from this into another video until they're so big that like, yo, what's next? Okay, Amazon, give us a deal and let me do a Beast Games.
A man like I Show Speed did a live stream literally across the world, bro.
Yeah. Dancing with African people. He's in the Congo. He's all over the place.
France.
Yo.
You know, Germany and shit. Like,
keep in mind, that's the same guy who was doing desktop streams that he did his dick came out at one point when he was doing a stream because he was doing this too much. He's like a little kid just with too much energy. You know what I'm saying? Now the man's hanging. He's at the World Cup doing his own song.
I know. Crazy.
Bro, like, yo, I don't even think that we have actual like superstars anymore, fam. It's influencers.
But they are the superstars.
They are the superstars, but like the traditional superstar, like you're an A-list actor or A-list singer or whatever. No, fam. Any of those guys can get up in your lane. Kai Snatch doing movies with fucking Kevin Hart.
And Drewski.
You know what's so funny? Growing up, when I'm behind my parents, but get off the computer, you're not gonna make no money off that.
What?
Get off the phone, you're not gonna make no money off the phone.
Parents are crazy.
Get off the video
brother.
game, you're not gonna make no money off it. Now the richest niggas is on the computers and on the video games and on the phone.
Things you just said. Make you millions of flipping dollars.
You know what I mean?
West Indian kids, I'm sorry. Her parents were crazy.
So like sometimes you just have to go against the norm, bro.
Yeah, go against it.
Fam, you could even have a combination of, because I watch YouTubers who are doing commentary, and in the thing that's showing on the video, like while they're doing their commentary, besides whatever clip that they'll pull up, it's just a video game. So they're gamers that decided to become YouTubers. I'm like,
yeah, it's like gaming first.
Yeah, fam.
Oh, even KSI was like that too.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that streamer that went viral the other day? He's like a new streamer, but I guess someone raided him like 100,000 like subs or whatever, right? Like someone blessed him. It was either 100,000 or 10,000, but they super blessed him. He's like 18 years old. It was like late in the night though. So he's making pure noise, pure commotion and shit. His mom comes in the room. Let me tell you about the noise.
Oh my God.
Yeah, make noise, but I do see where she's coming from. It was late, but like the man's celebrating, you know. So she starts draping him up on stream and shit.
No.
You know, and like this went super viral. So now like I think Kai Cenat like sent him some stuff like he got deals and shit now.
Kai Cenat knows what going.
You know what I mean? So like
Caribbean mom.
The whole streamer community stepped in, and like now the man's about to be rich beyond his wildest dreams.
Forever.
Damn. Let me get him out that crib.
Type shit.
Get him out of there, bro.
Type shit. Cause she's like,
mom's mean.
She's like, oh, you have to leave the crib now. We can't bother with this no
All
more.
right.
Blah blah blah. So
don't worry, I'll be back to buy you a mansion just
Not
now,
even.
Mom.
Honestly, if he was to be like, yo, I got my own shit now, Mom. Oh, God, I wouldn't even blame the man, bro. She embarrassed you. That's like the worst thing a kid can go through now. Being embarrassed on like live internet. Imagine. Like it was like when we got caught at the party. Or that's worse, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Your
yeah.
mom come right through to the party.
That's
and
embarrassing.
Oh, I
come
remember those
get you,
ones.
drape you right out of that bitch. Or it'd be like, you know what I mean? You're on the phone. They pick up the next phone.
Oh, embarrassing.
While you're talking, you're just about to tell some girl some shit. Those are like,
come
that was
off the bomber clap phone.
Those were the days, right?
Yeah.
Now the kids have to worry about being on live and they mom coming out of nowhere and just smacking the shit out of them.
What? And then somebody clipping that. And even if you take the stream down, like somebody already clipped it. I'm clipping that.
I'm clipping it.
But quickly to reverse it as well, you're a parent. I hear a lot of parents complaining about this. Where like they'll be in their crib trying to relax and stuff, and then their youth is there on FaceTime whole day, so that the parent can't really be comfortable in the crib because they're on camera. Like the youth's live streaming all day in the living room, in like all these public places, like within the crib. You know what I mean? So the parent can't really be comfortable in the crib. Like, have you ever experienced that? Like,
yeah, I got young girls.
You know what I mean? Like they be on
Snap.
FaceTime or like you don't even realize that like they're on the phone but they have the earpiece in.
Yeah.
So you're there trying to have a conversation with your youth, and then the whole group chat's hearing what you're trying to tell them privately.
Yeah,
you know?
they're laughing.
Like,
They're laughing. Like,
Mom,
yo, remember, you gotta remember, these kids don't get beat these days, right?
Yeah,
I have never touched any of my kids. Like I've never beaten any of my kids. My kids sometimes talk to me like I ain't shit. Because I haven't put some ass whoopings on it.
They know you can't, man.
They're like, this nigga can't hit me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yes, I just wanted to mention that whole streamer thing real quick. We're gonna skip a couple of these stories that I sent you guys earlier, including the little BK story. Salute to little BK though. I'll give him a air horn for him coming home, right? But there's a whole conversation that's going on around him right now where like he might be doing a little bit too much. But I'll discuss that on a live stream dolo, okay? I wanted to ask you guys about a post, okay? And this has nothing to do with the little segment that I just mentioned there. People are saying I'm a loser.
Who, you?
Yes, on Reddit.
They've been saying that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
joking.
the reason why I don't listen. You know what? I love it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because I don't want more people to be out there, or killers to be out there to be able to kill more people.
Okay, granted.
Technically.
You're doing something.
Yeah, that's
right?
the idiot reason.
So one take, Jake, if you could pull this up on the screen. This guy is such a loser. But look at the post. Should teen killers be convicted like adults?
What did the poll say though?
So I'll go.
Wait.
That's all it's.
No. This is not about you, bro. Look, spends his free time walking through hoods, then always under comments promoting for random killers to be released. If you look at Relly Rax's comment, is that not about him, or is it about you?
Free to youth them.
They still got time to fix up.
Or maybe it is about you because you do
They
be
still
saying
young
freedom
and
up
they got
stuff.
time to fix up.
But I don't know if he's talking about you or Relly Rax. I don't know.
No, because the comments don't think that because
Like walks through hoods looking like a fish, then says nobody's outside. Is that about you?
we're probably talking about the next guy because I'm not known for that. I'm known for staying in my house, right? This guy put a freaking paragraph about being locked up when he was 15 and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm gonna pull up the Instagram post while we're here because I posted this on.
Wait, is it about you though? Like,
yeah.
The comments are feeling like it's about me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There are some comments that are not about me, I guess, but like the comments, a lot of them are like, I don't know about that. that whole thing. So it was under this post. The second shooter in the Smoke Dog murder can only be sentenced to a 10-year max. Okay, because there's a second shooter that happened that was there at the shooting of Smoke Dog back in 2018, right? 21 Neat, he got life because he was over age or whatever, above age at the time of the shooting. But the other guy who was with him, he's facing trial just now, and the max that they can give him is 10 years. I just finished putting out a documentary, Toronto Teen Killers, where two of the examples, they can only give them max 10 because of they counted it under the Youth Offender Act. So I made this post here, and I said, should teen killers be convicted like adults? Here's what I said. But I still don't remember if I realized if I was wrong for the shit. I realized when I got older, like, that was wrong, nigga. You could have deformed that nigga's face. But at the time, I didn't know if I was wrong. Okay? So anyhow, I take all of that long road to tell y'all. And sorry, I'm not keep the screen up. I was just telling a story when I was in kindergarten and I kicked some youth in the nose. I didn't know why I did it. I wasn't really cognizant of right and wrong. All right? One take, Jake. When you're like 15, 16, you know what the fuck is right and wrong. Let's not play games, bro. This is why I hate this fucking country, bro. Let's stop playing games, bro. We gotta stop acting like a 15-year-old don't know what guan. Oh, I didn't know that guns kill people. I didn't know if I stab a lady a bunch of times that she might die. Yes, you did, you little fucking demon. Go sit under a fucking jail. What's wrong with that guy? What the hell?
Little demon.
Are these guys playing in our face?
I'm gonna start saying that to my shit.
Give them big man
That's what you're
time.
supposed to call them.
You guys can go pick up a gun. You know how much guns cost? They're thousands of dollars in Canada. So if you could afford to have one on your person, go sit down and do 25 fucking years. Come home when you're in your 30s. You're lucky that you were a teenager when you shot the nigga. I don't got sympathy for these niggas, bro. What the fuck? I wrote a whole documentary on him. On like 4 different fucking killers, no sympathy. No, lock them up. If you killed somebody, go to jail, bro. You're taking somebody away from their family. Fucking pieces of shit. I love live streaming. Come on, bro. Well, there's one more thing I'm gonna say. Niggas is taking people off of the earth and then coming home in like 5-6 years just because what? You were 15 years old? So what? When you were probably stealing a fucking gal from the time you were 11. Go hold a fucking cell with a big man. Blame the system for what? Anyhow, the last thing I said in that is more times these youths come back home to be 20-something-year-old shooters for the big mans who put them in their young shooters in the first place. Because you got young shooters because you know they're gonna get max 10 years. So I say all that and all that wild shit in the post. Am I alone on this? I'm okay if you guys feel differently, fam. Should somebody who's, let's say, 15, 14 years old, you stab an old lady to death, you get 10 years max? Or you should get 25 fucking years. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know I'm conservative as fuck, bro. I'm with the 25 plus though.
Okay. What about you, Dusty? And listen, I'm not here to judge anybody.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
So I just don't want to be judged by like my peers. But nah, man. Like because yeah, give it to them. Give them the book. Give them the book. If you did the crime, you do the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But there is time for you to fix up. Some kids do get rehabilitated because I did grow up with a couple dudes that went to jail young, 15 for M and stuff like that. And they're out now and they have more money than all of us in this room because of a business they own. They went and did construction. They did something. So there is time to fix up. It's just who you have in your corner.
Yeah,
when you're fixing up, right? What kind of parents you guys got. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the community that's raising you.
Yeah, that's a great point. Great point. What about you, Zar? What do you think?
I don't think you should try them as adults.
Tell me why.
I think that to an extent, like their decision making and judgment isn't developed. I think it allows for like forgiveness and like rehabilitation. So I think that like because the thing with younger people is that there's so much potential, there's so much hope, right?
Right.
So I feel like you're kind of showing that grace by like giving them a different type of sentence. Obviously, if they're doing heinous acts and like adult things, like I'm not trying to like reduce the severity of that, but I do think that we should look at it on a case by case scenario.
I have a question for you. I have a couple questions for you actually. Do you think your mindset was incredibly different when you were 16 versus when you were 18?
Yes.
No.
I would say for me personally, but maybe for some people it's not going to be like, it could be a day, like you're 17, the next day you're 18. So it can get like arbitrary, but I'm saying like when you're like 14, 15, 16, like you are not the best decision maker in your life.
Yeah,
but like you're gonna get better as you get older.
But you know the decisions you're making. Like
I don't think they understand the severity or the consequences.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they do. Kid, of course.
Have they been to jail yet? They're going to jail for the first time now.
Well,
now they're understanding. Now they're like, okay, this is what I
possibly because some of them have already done YO time before, and now they just that was for other shit, but now they just caught a body, and now it's gonna be a little longer.
When I was 16 years old, I was stealing my mom's with bare times.
Yeah.
Bare times. I knew exactly what I was doing. I wasn't like, oh, you know what I mean? I knew exactly what I was doing. I know if I get bagged, I don't have my license a certain way. I know if my parents catch me, it's going to be, I knew exactly what I was doing. Yeah. But because I wanted to go check a shotty, I wanted to be outside,
cool. You know you're going to get in trouble.
Exactly.
You're in trouble.
I'm not saying these guys are like victims or like clueless. Like they obviously had an idea of what they were doing, but I would still expect I guess like the justice system to kind of like adjust to the fact that these are like minors. So obviously like we don't trust minors with the same things we trust adults.
Yes.
In general.
Well, you have to find out what if like let's say the minor was murdering people, right, or something. I would as the government, I'd want to find out who's leading you to these things.
Right? What are their influences?
So like, okay, for instance, this is why they have to try them as an adult, because now imagine you have a son now and he's out there killing people. And they had a law that, okay, your son's under the age, so you go do the time for your son.
That's what they're doing in certain cases.
Okay, so what do you want that?
That school shooter in the States.
Do you want that?
No, but hold on. The school shooter in the States, they charged his parents as well because the parents, they left the gun.
The guns.
Exactly. Certain way, and they
like
knew,
assisted.
Yeah, and they knew that his child had dark thoughts or whatever.
Dark thoughts.
Yeah. And also, I've said that in that rant. It was just, I didn't even play the whole thing, and it was a longer rant, so I clipped it to the other, my personal page too. I said, and maybe this is why they call me Friday Ricky Fed and all that type of stuff. I said, you gotta have to RICO some of the guys who are putting these youngins up to doing this shit in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys are, yes, if they don't have the wherewithal, they're young and whatever. Also keep in mind, who's the person who's like, yo, I'm going to send my young boys at you.
Yeah, because when you're young, you're impressionable. You're more impressionable than you would be at an older age. But I feel like if I'm like, okay, like just try them as kids, it kind of like encourages like
people to exploit the system.
Yeah, exactly. But I also do think you have to be like a little nuanced about how you approach like younger people that are doing these crimes, because like there's a chance for retribution.
By the way, that was a great documentary.
Thank you.
Great documentary. And watching that documentary, I learned about these kids. They know what the hell they're flipping doing, brother.
Okay.
For them to hit you up, shoot, go kill the older lady, go. You knew you were going to steal a car that day. You knew if the lady didn't up it, you might cut her hands off. Who knows? But you know you were doing something.
What did he say? She didn't up the V, so I chipped her.
So I chipped her, Bridget. That guy's head is chipped.
Yeah.
That's somebody's mother, bro.
No, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Those type of to me, psychotic crime, right? You should go to jail for. You know what I'm saying? Now, for instance, we're two young men now, and we're in the neighborhood shit, and I kill you. That's something you can repent for, I believe. That's something you like, let's say a 15-year-old, no, I'm being real. A 15-year-old and a 16-year-old get into something and someone dies, right? That's something more I can see being like
resolved,
less time because it was a fight. It was, they had a problem.
Situational.
They're both young kids. They know of each other.
But that's not murder though. That's like manslaughter.
Doesn't matter if someone died.
No,
Period.
it does, man. That's why they differentiate it because
No, you're speaking in the terms of a lawyer. How I gotta prove it.
No.
I came there to kill that nigga that day, bro. I don't care.
But
If
is he being charged with murder or is he being charged with
hold on. Let me just say
story
this.
I tell when I get caught as a 15-year-old, like, yeah, he was a guy. No, right? These guys, some of these killers are going like that's a killing that can happen where you can get only 10 years or something like that. I feel.
Yeah.
But when you got kids coming up behind someone like an Indian man and was contracted, you're already in the shits like that, brother, and you're going and killing people. You deserve life, brother.
Now, I'll just speak
If
to
you're
the
getting caught
example
for those
of
things, you deserve life.
when you said like if two
killing people, you're a nuance.
like if two people get into a fight and then like let's say one kid hits a kid and then the kid
dies.
falls, you know what I mean? I do want like that's what they'll say like manslaughter where like they'll
That
get
is
less time.
forgivable crime,
Exactly,
brother. I can
exactly.
forgive. Like those are things that can be like resolved. Like, okay, you don't get 25, you got 10, but it can still be someone like, yo, I was going there to kill the guy that day, but I made it look like this.
So
Is it
okay,
that they know what they're doing still. You know.
so
you're
what
gonna
you're
kill him.
saying is that there's nuance to the difference in like, okay, these guys were in a situation with each other, but then there's this guy who's like a hired hitman, but he's like 17, 16 years old. My question, and this is true, my question to all of us, and we can like wrap this conversation is, when did you guys start knowing, from what age, right from wrong? All right, I did this already on the live stream. But when did you guys start realizing, like at one point, like you're cognitive, this is right from wrong?
The day I took something in a store and my mom bust my ass.
So what age were you?
Probably 5, 6, running around convenience store in and out. I took something, boom, what? Whoop.
So
whoopings.
So prior to that, you're just like, yo, if I take that, that's whatever, I can take it. Right?
Yeah,
You
without
didn't know
getting
it was
caught.
going to be wrong.
You get caught. You know what I mean?
No, because when you think about the getting caught part, you know that that's
It's
wrong.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, you just did something like the story I told.
Oh yes,
like the story I told on the stream is I was 4 going into my kindergarten for the first time. My homie, who I know to this day, right? I just kicked him in the nose for no reason while he was sitting in front of the stairs. I don't know why the fuck I did it, and then everybody just started freaking out. But at that point,
you're an asshole.
Well,
You're
you
an
did
only
kick
child.
him in the nose.
You're
Yes.
an only child.
No, I
That's
see
some
what you're
only
saying,
child
though. I
shit.
see
but I wasn't cognitive of.
That is some only child shit.
That's some only child shit.
It was some weird shit. I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
aggression I had, but I didn't know what the fuck I'd go on. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Celebrate.
I didn't speak French.
He's speaking pure French.
I was speaking English, right? But I did that, and I realized that it was wrong when everybody started spazzing the fuck out. When I started seeing blood coming out the youth's nose, I was like, oh shit. Prior to that, I don't think I knew what right and wrong was. That's what I'm trying to ask you guys.
So that's what I mean. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to touch that. Like I knew, like I was taking it.
Yeah,
My mom whooped my ass for it. Then she told me, "You get caught stealing, you go to jail, little nigga." You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how I knew right from wrong. From when I was 5, 6, 7. As I grew up, I knew if I stole, I can go to slaps.
From 5. What about you, Zar?
I feel like I always had like a vague sense of morality, but I do remember being like 14, 15 and like with a group of people in high school and like everyone was stealing from Dollarama. But like I just remember thinking like, yo, I'm not going to do that. That's wrong. Like I
Less than 14. You don't have any earlier memories of like you just like contemplating if this is right or wrong? Say beer repressed memories.
like probably like maybe like one time I tried to take money out my mom's purse.
I did
like,
that too.
But everyone's done that, you know? Like and I knew, but I already knew it was wrong and I did it.
Yeah,
you know
because
what
you
I'm
were
saying?
sneaking to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, or like I would try to sneak snacks that they would hide. Shit.
Yeah, 'cause you're a
So
little around kid.
that's wrong. You know, right there's wrong, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an early recollection. Like you took a cookie after like they were already baking the cookies, and you got your hand slapped, and you were like,
I
"Oh
can say
shit!"
mine?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so I was like 6, 7. I had a bedroom named Moose. 6, 7, 6. Okay, so right beside like in the school, there's like a daycare and then there's like a gym or whatever, right? But like there's like an office like in the middle.
Yeah.
And then me and my bedroom, we realized there's pure snacks in that office, you know? So we would always like sneak out the daycare and take pure chips and then forward back and just, yeah, but pure snacks, pure snacks. But I do remember that like I knew it was wrong while I was doing it. And I was about 6 or 7, you know what I mean? So I was still very, very young. And I had like, I guess like that morality
like within, you know?
Yeah, you had to sneak to do it so you know that it's wrong. The point that I'm trying to make is that these are very early recollections of right and wrong.
Facts.
So when we're talking about a fucking 15-year-old running around with a $4,000 fucking burner to go shoot at a motherfucker, I'm not trying to say, yo, I got sympathy for you, you get 10, okay? You do 25 because you knew when you went and touched your hand on the stove that it was too hot and that was wrong.
Yeah.
At like freaking 3.
I feel like they don't see it as much of a wrong as we do from the outside because I feel like to an extent they're like, I don't want to say groomed, but they're influenced by like seeing other killers around them and seeing how they roll and seeing the lifestyle they live and like, you know, whatever material wealth that you can accumulate or getting gal, whatever. So like, it's almost like that image, that archetype is what influences them. They're still responsible for it. But like, I think it's almost like more of a subtle recruitment.
I think that scene's out of a movie type of shit though. Not every guy, like not everybody's growing up around killers. Let's just be real, right? Some of these kids make mistakes by watching whatever influence music they have, whatever trauma they have from inside their home, whatever trauma they could have on the streets with mandem. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the guys that kill people are bullied first, maybe. You don't know.
Possibly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
like
if you become a hitman, like you probably have an in. Like you don't just if you're a paid hitman, like it's probably because you know a hitman or someone like.
Nowadays, it's a little bit different. And this is literally nowadays because like they're using like cryptid like technology.
Apps, them like Telegram.
Yeah,
and
to just recruit
Signal.
youths just like off the strength. They don't even have to be like trying to get into their gang or whatever. They're just like, yo, we putting ads out there. You want to join?
Yeah,
like,
because they know that's a Dinkleberry. That kid, he's a waste. Like we can just he's disposable, bro.
But that kid still knows that he's wrong. You're gonna tell me that at 15 years old, you're still in a video game in your mind. When you shot that person and the bullet went through him, he's not gonna wake up later on and then has like his power's gonna be low.
He's not responding.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone forever. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you know, it's not a video game, fam.
I think mans just try to like justify their wrongs in their mind. Because I remember growing up, like there was like an era like man, them used to try to pop the chains of the old ladies. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain demographic of like old women that would like always have the gold on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So man, them would be like plotting on that, and like they would know what's wrong, but they would justify it in the sense of like, yo,
I gotta eat
type shit, and like that's an easy lick. I'm not gonna have to like fight them or not. You know what I mean? So like. I just feel like people like they just justify their wrongdoings like in their mind and they try to just move on, you know?
Yeah, but it's still they still know it's wrong.
Exactly.
They do know it's wrong for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not trying to give anybody any opinions on how they should operate as far as they feel the legal system should be. But I feel like if you already know right from wrong from an early age, and you go and take somebody off the earth. Holding a cell is like the least thing we could be asking you to do.
Okay, but let me put you guys in a situation. Like, let's say like you had a shotty and you cheated on her. You knew it was wrong to cheat on her. You already knew that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you did it. And now like you got to face the consequences, right?
Got caught.
But like me knowing that you knew it was wrong, I feel like if there's like an actual effort shown to be like, okay, like you're acknowledging your mistakes, you're like kind of like upset about it, you're ashamed, whatever. Like I feel like there's potential for like growth and like rehabilitation in that. Like because I feel like if you forgive
that's how you
people,
get walked on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How?
Every time I told the shorty I was gonna grow and I showed some growth or whatever, as soon as we got comfortable again, I cheat again.
And that kid goes right back to the bing. What are you talking about? Repeat offenders.
No, I feel like
anytime they've gotten off, you getting off like honestly with a slap on the wrist, bro. Most
I got away with that.
I don't know what the YO
smarter next time.
I don't know what the YO reoffending rate is in Ontario. Like maybe we can Google that. But like I just think that like, bro, if you want your actions forgiven, like you have to have that mindset of forgiving other people. Because no one's perfect. Bro.
I do agree with that. I just think there's levels to it. Like, if my shawty cheats, I'm not forgiving her.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, if she lies to me about something small, I'll forgive that. You know what I mean? If she does something I don't like, I'll forgive that. You know what I mean?
Don't just allow everything and forgive everything. But I'm saying if there's like a concerted like effort, because all of us have messed up and we already knew what we did was wrong when we did it. and now we're caught, and now we're like, but we still want to be forgiven because we're like, yo, I knew it was wrong. I'm not gonna do it again.
We've all messed up, but we all haven't caught bodies. Well, I don't know about it. That's me getting. I'm joking.
So you don't know what I've done.
Back in Turkey, like, that's why you had to follow it.
Yeah, when I was 2 years old.
But I don't know. So I just feel like there's just levels to like wrong. So I feel
what you can forgive.
Exactly. So I agree with Friday. Like if the YOs is doing like if they're doing a burglary, a beanie or something, it's like, all right.
Allow it.
Yeah, you could like try to rehabilitate them. But if they take somebody off the earth, it's like, all right, I don't know if that's as forgivable.
It's not that easy to pull the trigger, fam. You gotta be not pussy. You know what I'm saying?
What if they take someone off the earth who was an evil person, who was a terrible person? So now it's like this person who was terrorizing everyone, you're the one that took him out.
Who are you to play God?
That too.
That's true.
Y'all play a God.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take you out too.
Fam, let the legal system deal with them.
Chain reaction, bro.
What, call the police?
Not call the police, but like you don't take them off of the earth because now the legal system's gonna deal with you, and you're taking out this person who, yes, we might all agree that person's heinous, but now you got legal issues because you took it into your own hands.
So what niggas is Batman now?
They play God.
It's literally, it's a charge called vigilantism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, fam. Like if you go to take the law into your own hands, especially with guns and stuff in our country where like our gun laws are really trash. So it's like, all right, like, okay, but he raped mad people and they were kids and everything.
There's a man named, I think it was BJ Penn. He's a UFC fighter. And he killed a man who like touched his daughter. And he did like, I think like 5 or 8 years, but he's out. But like everyone rated it because it was like, that's your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I think the jury was even like, I get that vigilantism.
But you gotta hug the time.
Gotta hug it. You gotta go for it.
That's probably why they only gave him like a 5 to 8 because it's like, yo, we see, but
we have to give you something.
He was respected in the jail.
Was it BJ Penn? It was a UFC fighter though.
Everybody's tweaking.
One respected in jail, and if you don't respect him, he freaking twist you up in a freaking
that too.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, I think we can end it there because like freaking there's like 3 more topics. There's that topic there with the Melanie Fiona.
Oh yeah, we could bring it up next time though. That's like an evergreen topic.
No. That's not evergreen, fam. Okay. One more?
Yeah, we can do
Una más. No más, por favor. So thank you for sending this in the group chat. Big salute to We Love Hip Hop alumni Melanie Fiona.
When I seen this, I was like, this is actually crazy.
Yo, fam, and just saying that, I just got a tingle, the warm tingle to know that, like,
Fiona's
like,
what? Yo, she's bad too.
Yeah, and she's in the catalog, fam. Like, I got to interview, like, a legend like that. But she exposed the industry.
Good.
Apparently, you got to pay mad racks to be on these things like The View and all that shit, fam. So I'm going to play a clip that was posted on the Shade Room.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be blowing the whistle on this information.
Do it!
But whenever you see your favorite artist on television, they paid to be there. Okay? Whenever you see a late night television look or a daytime television moment, they paid to be there. It costs to be on TV. You're not just getting an invitation that somebody wants you to promote their music or they want to promote your music. Hey, we want to give you this opportunity, this primetime opportunity. You think that doesn't come with a cost? It does. It comes with a cost. And then the cost to prep for that moment also is coming out of the artist's budget, independent or signed to a major label, which eventually they have to pay back anyways. So anytime you see somebody doing something, it costs. So let's not normalize this conversation that you're famous and you got money and so you should do it. No, sometimes you don't have money and you do it in hopes to make money and you still don't make money. So support your artists.
Okay, so here's the thing. Before, keep it up on the screen, one take. Because she's saying that, and she's saying from also the perspective of the amount of prep and stuff like that. But Deborah Cox, also a legend. Jumped in the comments and says, yes, all morning shows cost $20K and up. Surprise!
It makes sense though, because like
when mans go on Jimmy Fallon or like Jimmy Kimmel, all these shows, like they're always promoting something.
It's a press run.
Exactly. So the production company or whoever is like funding the project, like funding the movie or whatever, they're also paying for these spots on these shows for the promotion to get the thing to bust, you know?
But do you feel like even for the major A-list celebrities, they still have to pay? Like, wouldn't it be in the show's best interest to sometimes have some of these guests on for free?
It
like
depends.
a Brad Pitt or something. Like, I'm sure Brad Pitt could just pull up to Jimmy Fallon without paying. You know what I'm saying? Like certain mans.
He could or want to on some like friend brotherly love shit, but if you're coming here to promote your project that's gonna make millions of dollars and you want to speak to my millions of fan base or whatever, that's gonna cost you, Brad Pitt.
It costs.
You might get a discount. And I'm not saying he might even get some freebies, but there's gonna be some cost in some other way even.
Because TV time.
Yeah.
They pay for that.
Yo, those productions are not cheap either, bro. That's why they've been like they've been like lowering the amount of, or getting rid of a lot of shows, I mean.
Yeah.
Because like the overhead for like just one of these, like a daily show or whatever, The View with that huge desk and there's all these women and microphones all over the place. Like, bro, that shit's probably like 20 racks an episode.
Probably way more.
Way more that you have to
bro,
pay
the
each-
salaries, the cameramen, the writers,
bro.
the food, the building.
shit.
Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
might be
probably
$1 million an episode. Maybe that's a cap, but
Yeah, maybe like $500,000, $250,000 an episode.
And
But,
they
like,
do
remember-
get ads.
Yeah, I was about to say they get ads and investors and stuff, and that's why they need. Yeah, if you want to do a press run over here, run some bread.
And I know we talk about investing in ourselves, but imagine like a label, they sign you for like whatever, 500,000, whatever. You got to use that money to spend to go on morning talk show, to sell albums, to keep repaying that same loan or whatever.
Yes.
So it's
the
like,
loan that keeps on getting bigger and bigger.
yeah, it's almost like it's just
Wild.
eating itself. It's just like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you said it right there. Here's your 500,000 or whatever advance, but we spent another like 500,000 on you for all this stuff to make you famous. So now your first $1 million that you make, you ain't holding none of that. Let me
like,
hold that.
That press run, you're not going to see any of the money that you made.
So now on the second $1 million off of this project, this one thing that we're working on, hopefully you make a second $1 million. Now you can start putting money in your pocket. Because that first $1 million, like, come on,
That's
advance.
Yeah, that's
you know, the extra $5. Yo, you remember that plane trip? That cost like $20,000 for the plane trip. Yo,
Studio
take that back.
sessions.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to sit down with Pharrell that one time? Yeah, Pharrell. You had to pay Pharrell to be there. He didn't pull up because he liked you, nigga.
Wait a minute. How much did you pay Pharrell? 50 racks.
Type-
What?
Type shit.
How come nobody told me? I thought you were just hanging out.
Exactly.
I
I
thought you
thought he
wanted to hang
liked
out with
me. Nah, fam. He took 50 racks out of your budget, fam. And salute to Melanie Fiona, because she's talking about it from the independent standpoint as somebody who used to be signed, right? So she used to get those perks, and now she's like, fuck, am I gonna get me and my smaller team to like take this out of our budget and hopefully get an ROI? Is it worth it, fam? Or, go and do a more local circuit?
Man, take out your phone and make some videos, bro. Like at this point, it is just, I mean, I get it, like The View and stuff, like they have a live audience aspect. At the end of the day, they're going to post this on Instagram, Facebook,
Facts.
and YouTube. So you can do the same thing. Obviously, it's a good look. It's good quality. And it's in a way, like I feel like those type of shows are like, they certify you because it's like you're reaching a level of like professionalism. So you might have to do 1-2 of those in your runs, but like you really don't need it. You can go viral without The View.
You can go viral, but are you going to be a household name without being on those types of shows?
Sometimes people hire publicists for the specific reason to get the connect to these shows and stuff, where like they know they're gonna have to spend like, okay, I'm gonna have to spend a 50 to like 100 bands on this run.
Yeah.
But like me and my publicist are gonna lock in. We're gonna sit down with these different places, and that's gonna like change the narrative on me. It's gonna change my branding. It's gonna like get me.
It will change the narrative.
No, especially there's one thing if you're on the come up, but if you had something go wrong with you, brother, you need to be able to spend that bread, fam. Like I got an extra 300 racks in case like, one of my dirty nights that I usually have outside freaking catches up to me.
Yeah.
Now I got to go do a press run to go clean that up, bro.
Yeah.
It might cost you 300 racks to go make your moves.
Even on the radar, a lot of people thought that was just like, a platform for the love. It is a sick platform, but like 95% of the artists pay to be on there.
Of course.
Welcome to the real world. Like, man didn't know this. Like,
no, fam, because Gabe is standing on, no, nobody pays me to be here and all that. But the price sheets have been out there online.
Yeah, come on, bro. I've seen certain artists on there where it's like, bro, you don't want this nigga here. This nigga paid to be here.
Yeah, bro. Nah, fam, I've seen him get backlash about that, and he was like, nobody's paying me. What are you talking about?
Even like some local acts I've seen over there, I'm like, oh, you had the 3 bands for that? I rate it.
Yo, you know what's crazy? All of us could go on The View for 20 bands. Like, if we all just pitched 5 bands, like
they'd only let one of us on.
Oh, is it 20 bands per person?
Probably per person.
Nah, we're a group. We're a band. We're a boy band.
Yeah, we might be able to run it.
Yeah.
Who knows, fam? Who knows what the pricing is, bro? Those are price sheets that don't go out online. It might be, if you're a solo, it's 20 racks. But like if you're a part of a group, okay, it might cost like 50 racks.
But can I be honest? Like, I feel like at this point in time, certain artists could benefit from like spending that, going on a morning show. Like, because something like The View, like let's say Casper went on The View.
Right.
Like my mom would watch that and be like, "Kay, like, oh, do you know this guy?" Like that's the only way my mom would ever like come across this. You know what I'm saying? So
cross promote.
And then like if he does like a game on The View where they're like this or that, and then like he has good answers, my mom's like, "Oh, I like him. He's funny, whatever, you know." So and imagine that times 1,000,000, and you're gonna see an increase in your stream. So I actually think 20 bands for a television appearance. Like I know CP24 is the same. Breakfast Club, you can go on Breakfast Club for like 10 bands.
No,
but 20 bands.
Less.
Yeah, 10 or 15 bands.
Less.
20. I feel like before those like morning shows, I feel like 20 bands is the low end, and also like you can't just do one. So he does. Let's say he does 4 for 25. That's like 100 bands right there. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of hefty just to like get Zara's mom and like Natural's grandma to know
to not buy your album.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Now that we're talking about it in terms of numbers, like Ellen might have been the best morning talk show an artist could go on to like shape the narrative. Because I just feel like the activities they would do, they would dance. Like she's scaring the artists and stuff. That would get like hundreds of millions of views. Like
at the time, but not so much anymore.
Oh no! Now she's a terrorist.
Yeah, but at the time she cleaned up a lot of people's images.
Yeah.
No, fam, you know, and we'll close this. It's because it's getting a little late here. I'm gonna do it for myself. I'll spend that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it now. But remember, I was telling y'all behind the scenes, I'm gonna get into politics, and I've said it on the live stream the other couple of nights ago. 4 years from now, started running for mayor until premier and then whatever. I'm gonna get into it.
Is that why you're wearing a dress shirt today?
A little bit.
The campaign starts today.
You guys know I'm gonna be his campaign manager.
I was gonna say, are we part of the cabinet? Like, I feel like we should all get a role if you are hired as the mayor or elected.
We'll talk about it. 4 years is a long time from now, so we'll see.
With your internet history, do you think that is like a viable career path?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be the keep it real candidate. That yes, you might have heard me on the internet saying bitches and hoes and fuck this person and all that type of shit. But yeah, that's because I'm the real person. I'm not going to be the cookie cutter guy.
If I'm running against you, I'm going to put AdSense behind the. So are you a teleting?
Yeah.
It's a legendary moment.
Do it. That's one of my viral moments. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud of that. I built a podcast. Would that have been like 10 years ago by the time we get to that? And I won't have to confront it. I'll embrace it.
You would change the game as mayor. Like instead of doing press conferences, you'd just be on live on Kick. You'd be like, all right, here we go. What's up, Toronto?
The city's moving mush up right now.
We got a big presentation for y'all. We're going to talk about the shooting. We're going to talk about the community centers. We got a lot of things. Shout out to old John Crow in the chat.
I rate it though. That'd be sick though.
That would be a new way to like do politics.
And fam, I'm not going to need no script in front of me. I will use scripts, but I'll be able to freaking do these speeches without the script. But I say all that to say, that's when you start spending those dollars on those platforms.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm trying to level up so that the community I could be a household name with these people now.
Yeah.
Okay, is it worth spending 20 racks to get on The View? Hell yeah.
You're gonna get on your Charlamagne shit.
Yeah. But that's when you start putting the money out because it makes sense because now I'm starting to target these people. Boom, 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 boom. If you're an artist and you're just trying to sell your record and like hopefully it sells, hopefully it doesn't, whatever. But if you're trying to go on and level up and change professions and all that type of stuff, I think that's smart money in the bank.
Well, I agree for like non-artists, it's amazing. But now I'm thinking about, let's say you're an artist, like you spend 20,000. How many views would that equate to stream-wise? Like 4,000 is for 1 million, right? You get $4,000 for 1 million views.
You mean like 1 million streams?
1 million streams, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So let's say like you need 5 million hits, 5 million streams to like make back that 20 racks. Like, do you feel like that could happen on a show like The View?
Possibly, if you have a hit song that's already playing and it's rotating on radio, that can make you that can get you to 5 million streams. You go on the person's Spotify, they have like 30 million streams.
If you have a hit song, it makes sense. But if you don't, then it doesn't.
Like you're just trying to build up your career from scratch. Like you need that one song.
I wouldn't send my artist there.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have a song that's been already burning up the radio and then that's why you're there, then you're wasting your money.
Yeah.
But yeah, salute to all the artists and entertainers out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take us out over here with some like how we came in with some Drake and Game. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.